regulations of the Senate, which every senator, not you, not me, which every senator is bound by it. This woman...
Yes, senators stay flout it and be corrected.
Sorry,
Remember,
excuse, please now, please don't interrupt me, Enugu now, I beg you.
CBO.
Enugu, please now, please. This is why I left. You cannot wake up in the morning and flout rules and regulations. In fact, this is not CBO that made this up. She signed to it. I'm going to read the other part that talks about privileges. At the top of it, they say...
Before you read the other part, please, I want to ask this question. Don't be angry. Now, I'm a senator and I need to write a petition. Do I have to go and call my wife to come and sign it before the Senate will take it?
Once more, you guys try to trivialize issues and try to make issues so mundane.
No,
you do not. Terry,
here.
Listen.
Terry, I'm a senator.
A follow-up question on that. The petition they brought against Nasru El-Rufai during his ministerial screening, did he follow this same energy dead on arrival?
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh my goodness gracious me! Please, this is why I said I do not want to be interrupted. Terry, the senators have a procedure of doing things. That is the reason why they have a committee called the Ethics and Rules Committee. You and I are not senators, but every senator is bound by the books of the...
but what you read now...
Please, let me finish.
Must sign.
Please. They said...
Terry, allow CBO to... Allow CBO. He don't bring himself out. Now, evidence space is there now.
Good. Now, from what I read here, Terry, they said if you are bringing a petition to the Senate, no senator, none of them in that hollow chamber should sign any petition by themselves. None of them. That's what that rule is saying. None of them. You are bringing a petition, somebody else should sign it. That's their rule.
Okay.
Please let me finish.
Okay,
Igrubi.
now,
Okay.
Igrubi,
let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Now, so that
let me finish my nonsense. Let me finish my nonsense. It's because of the needless interruptions. Now, on chapter 3, it says the sitting of the Senate. Seats of the Senate. Number 1, the president of the Senate shall allocate a seat to each senator. A senator may only speak from the seat allocated to him, provided that the president of the Senate may change the allocation from time to time. Privileges. Privileges are rights enjoyed by the Senate collectively and by the members of the Senate individually, conferred by the Legislative House, Acts, Privileges, Cap 208, blah, 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 blah. Whenever a matter of privilege arises, it shall be taken up immediately. In cases where adequate provision is not made in the standing orders, the Senate shall, by resolution, regulate its procedure. Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising and shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that a contempt or breach of privilege has been committed, or by referring to the matter of the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. But if the matter is raised in the committee of the whole Senate, the chairman shall leave the chair to report progress. Now, remember, the Senate president is the only one that can assign you a seat. Now, let us go back to the main issue.
Sorry, before you go back to the main issue, based on what you just read, did you say that... Sorry, Oga.
KB, please.
Based on what you just read, no, hold on. I'm referring what you read now. I'm not exporting any matter from what you have just read. You read here now that where there is a breach, that the Committee on Ethics, all right, we handle the matter and revert. Is that not?
Yes.
Good. On this matter now, did they allow the committee to handle the matter before Akpabio took?
Now, if you follow the process of the Senate, the procedure of the Senate, like I said, UKB is not a senator. I am not a senator. If you follow the procedure that happened that
Then we
day.
should not be talking here about the
Wait,
matter.
yes,
then,
we are not
since
supposed to be talking about it. We are
so
not
let's
supposed to
mute
be.
it. Let's just mute. Let's mute all of us.
Good. Let's
We
know. We
shouldn't
are
go
not
further.
supposed to be talking about it, but we've been talking about
Yeah,
it.
at this point now, let's just mute.
And this is not the Senate that.
Oh
that
God,
is-
oh God, you guys want to do this
that we
again?
have
No,
our
simply
You want
let's
to do
just
this
mute it
again?
now. We don't talk. Let's
And
just
whatever
mute it now.
happens,
That we
You
shouldn't talk
just keep
anymore.
you
mute
want to
and
do this
watch.
again? You want to do this
We will
again?
just keep mute and watch whatever happens in the Senate.
What is
As
your
if it
are you a
doesn't
senator?
concern us as Nigerians.
Are you a senator? How does it concern you?
Video, it's okay now. Let's not talk
Then-
again. None
then
of us
Okay,
here are
let me
senators.
let me.
Terry, it's
I
okay.
don't
Let's just
understand.
mute. It's okay.
I was speaking.
We are not
Kebi, when
senators.
you were
Let's not
speaking, I
talk
did
on
not
this matter.
interrupt you.
Look, guys.
No, based on what you said, I say we are not senators now. Let's not talk.
Senator Natasha said Akpabio harassed her. All these Senate rules, that is not our problem. The problem is Senator Natasha said Akpabio harassed her. Does she
Big Daddy,
have
please.
the right
Big
to
Daddy.
seek redress?
Big Daddy.
That's just
Big
all
Daddy.
our problem.
Can I finish my nonsense before you guys speak? Please. You guys have been speaking. I respected you. Please. And I'm serious now.
CBO, when are you going to talk
You're not a
about
senator now.
Senator
CBO,
Natasha's
you are not a senator. You are
accusation
not
of
senator.
Akpabio?
So why are
Forget
you
about
speaking on
all
the
those.
matter?
What is your position on Senator Natasha's
Wait, now,
accusation
Big
of
Daddy,
Akpabio?
wait, Big Daddy, make CBO. I don't know what is CBO they read, but CBO no run when you don't read this.
Good.
These things.
I don't need to. I don't need to run.
This
I do
Lamba
not need to run.
This Lamba no
Call
dey
it
go
call it
anywhere.
what you want to call it. I read again, and I'm going to repeat. No
CBO.
senator.
No, please don't read again.
Please don't
Please read
do
again.
this.
Let's touch the point.
No senator may present to the Senate a petition signed by himself. No senator may present to the Senate a petition signed by himself. That, in the first place, is the reason why nobody should listen to her. You cannot be flouting the rules of an organization that you signed up to, and people are here defending it. Were you blind when you signed up to it? When you said no, you agreed to this, were you blind? Was anybody forcing you? The issue here remains what happened on the floor of the Senate. And then when the floor of the Senate, after the drama that happened at the floor of the Senate, she now went on TV and turned the whole thing into sexual harassment. This is somebody, Igurube, let me finish. Igurube, please let me finish.
No, wait, well, no, hold it. No, you will be saying you wait. Because you go enter expressway the fire. You no go like a traffic light or toll gate to wave you down. Wait, now the point you made 2 points. Now I want you to look at now. One is what you read out there, and two is the television you made mention of. The timing. Now, you said may not. He said may not.
Igurube, that is the
There
language
is
of the
no-
Senate now. You are seeing the
Okay,
next thing you
and
should
that's
tell me
exactly.
himself.
Wait, I'm coming now. Perhaps the people with more knowledge of English, use of English words,
Thing is
will come up and analyze.
Igurube, this thing you are bringing is
Okay,
giving me
that
that
is one.
25%
Okay,
right.
leave that
It's the
one.
language of the Senate
Okay,
now.
leave that one. Leave CBO, leave that one now. Leave that
You will
one.
soon tell me why they're referring
Now.
to her as himself. You will soon tell me why they're
Wait,
referring to her
leave
as
that one.
himself. When every senator is classified as him.
No,
And that's their language
wait
now.
now. Wait.
Can you allow another person to
Wait,
speak and leave
CBO now. CBO, you have gone to mention what you have been mentioning. Now, there is what you called eggshell. One. There is what you called watching over your shoulder. Two. There is what you called self-awareness. Three. Now, Natasha, who may have been swallowing or kept mute with the sexual harassment going on in her life, right? Had a moment where she sensed that why she was stepped down or kept stepping down was because, according to According to her, you have not treated me well, and I will not treat you well. Have you not asked yourself that what prompted this Arise TV uh, 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 revolution should be about, or could be about her being under pressure, suspecting that why she was subjected to such embarrassment or humiliation at the Senate floor was because she has not given in to the demand of the accused.
Or about a year ago.
It does not matter. It does not matter.
This agenda that you guys are
It
trying
does
to
not
agenda,
matter.
we are not
Wait
stupid.
now. Wait.
We are not stupid.
Wait.
She sits down.
Wait. In the law. In the law.
Here.
Can we get a lawyer? Can we get a lawyer now? Let her explain. Let
Who
him
are
or
you
her
trying to
explain
fool?
to us.
You
what
guys,
is
wait. You guys have
chain of
Igube,
chain of causation.
Igube.
Have you heard about chain of causation?
Are you making up
chain of causation?
First of all, Igube, you've made up laws by yourself. Huh? You've made up laws
I have
by
not
yourself.
made up laws. Oh my God! This is why investigation. This is why investigation is highly needed.
Okay, Igube, can I ask Igube,
this is why what you are talking about now.
Igube, let me quote you.
Why are you people?
Igube, let me
why are you
people? Don't. I am CBO. I'm speaking
no, you
for
are
myself.
part of them. You are part of them. You are part of them. Don't run away.
You too, you are part
you
of
are
them.
Part of
you
the
too,
voices.
Igube, you too, you are part of them. Those things that you think I am.
No, I am not part of. I am part of those calling for investigation.
No, let me tell you what you're trying to do. Igube, let me quote you on this Twitter today. When at first you were told that she did not follow the right procedure to sign her petition, you said that the law should change because of her. You went down to Yaradua.
No, not because
you went
of
to,
her. No, this is the problem.
You went to Yaradua.
No,
You gave an example of how they made doctrine of necessity.
No. You didn't say so. You didn't say it because
KB,
of her.
KB, hold on now. No, you guys should stop doing this. Wait,
CBO, stop this thing you are doing here.
KB, were you here? Wait, KB, were you here when Igube said? KB, were you here when Igube said? Started by giving examples of when APC and the people that gave doctrine of necessity. Do you remember when Igube was talking about doctrine of necessity? That it is because, hold on now, Igube said that it's because of doctrine of necessity that an emergency law was provided.
Jonathan.
That's how Goodluck Jonathan became president.
No, I said to you, yes, listen, because
so that they should make another emergency law. KB, you were not here when the other states crashed.
No, it's not law. Don't call it law.
You said they should pass another bill so that she can bypass it. Then another person now said, hold on now. Another person now said that they should send the petition back to her and then let her sign it.
No.
They should let her sign it, then bring it back. Was it not for the same space?
No. CBO, I know that you APC supporters, you are specialists in gas.
Was it not said here?
But you see this one. Now this one.
Is this not what you people said?
Wait, now let's
change the law
for the benefit. Wait, for the benefit of people who are not there, who were not there then. Let me repeat myself. First of all, Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu needed national anthem of Nigeria to be changed to his own suit. It did not take Senate 24 hours to pass the bill immediately for that to be done. We did not debate that. They did not take the matter to the street or to their respective constituency to ask them, do you want National Assembly to be changed? It was Bola Ahmed Asiwaju Tinubu demand, and it was honored and granted, and it becomes a bill today. Now, in Natasha's case, I said to you,
what did you say about Yaradua and doctrine of necessity?
Wait. I told you that according to Nigerian Constitution, that had no provision for such tragedy. When it happened, a doctrine of necessity was adopted.
So you are what are you now suggesting?
Don't wait, CBO, I beg. No, you asked me to let me make my position clear. And I said to you That did not at any time leave Nigeria with vacuum of power because there was no. Now, in an event where you have a case of sexual harassment that has never been heard in National Assembly or the Senate House. Now, if there had been the rules to start with, is not cement. Even in a case where a law is cemented, you will have to get an earth remover to break that cement for adjustment. Now, a heavy case of such magnitude was leveled against or still ongoing against the Senate sitting president. You want to retain and maintain the rules, not law. Rules, not law. It is not Nigerian law, but rules that governs 109 people they made for themselves. And I ask you a question. Does it mean, since there is no room for that particular signature, because Natasha is not bringing a case from her constituency or from our market people? This is the first time we are having a case of sexual harassment between the two members of the House. How is this going to be resolved? Are they going to shut this woman out from making this petition available to them because there is a standing rule? Or are they going to toe the line and say 48 hours, 24 hours, 72 hours? Let us go in, because this is a mighty thing before our hand. Can we make a room for this rule?
Igurube, this case is not about sexual harassment. Anything about sexual harassment is on social media.
What are you talking about? What rubbish are you talking about?
This case is about flaunting
Who
the
are
rules
you
of the
fooling
Senate.
here?
It is not.
No, who are you fooling?
Who are you fooling here? Who are you fooling? Senator Natasha Akpabio today appeared in Senate and made it open with her own voice, her own mouth, her own language. If you hear, I hope you can recall that I made a sexual allegation against His Excellency Senator Akpabio on Arise TV. Here is my petition on that same sexual harassment formally presented to you. Akpabio asked her to come forward, and she presented it. And now the same Senate is telling her that she did not, another person should be the one to sign a statement of herself. Natasha Akpabio is not reporting about her constituency. She's not reporting about marketplace. She's reporting about what happened to her inside that place, sexual harassment. So now there is no room for her to sign. Are they not going to say, since such case is coming for the first time in the history of this Senate House, let us find a way? Or are you saying that someone who signed it, so Natasha should have taken it to the marketplace, so they will call the market woman to come, or Natasha should be the person representing hearsay? I don't know what you guys are talking about. All these things you are saying, I have told you, this is obedient space you landed yourself in. You see this one you are selling, you know they go anywhere.
They want to use that to nail her because they know none of the Senate members will agree to sign it. You are applying the rule that guides the Senate on a normal Senate discussion on issues that have never been in the floor.
You see, as a matter of fact, like a group right here said, it is not a constitutional
sign any petition.
It's not a constituency. It's not a constituency.
No senator is their law, is their guide.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When they were making this rule regarding petition, were they envisaging that the petitions that will be coming from members of the Senate or from the constituency where they represent?
Again,
don't mind the DBO.
I'm asking you, not again. I'm asking you. When they were doing this rule, in your own opinion, looking at the rule, knowing that every member represents a constituency, looking at the rule in place, does it in any way suggest to you that the framer of such rule envisage that senators will be presenting petitions from their constituency and they don't expect them to be signatory to such?
Exactly. Now, there's a reason why there's
good. Did they envisage that they themselves will be petitioning their own matter?
There's a reason why there's a Senate Ethics Committee They know that within them, they might have fracas between themselves. That's why they have an
So
ethics
the petition
committee.
that Natasha has brought now, to which committee has she presented
Now
it?
the petition that Natasha brought, there's a reason why,
Yes.
and I have read it here. By
No, I'm asking a question. Which
CBO did not
committee
make
is
it
that
up.
petition directed to?
KB, CBO did not make the rules up. Natasha
No, that's not the
signed
question
to
I'm
it.
asking you, CBO. I said the
Natasha
petition now.
Natasha signed that the rules.
I think
Onyedika
we know
and
what we're
Igurube.
doing. I think we know what we're
Onyedika and
doing.
Igurube are the co-hosts and the host of this space. If they come out and say these are the rules and regulations, and all of us on this space agree to abide by their rules and regulations, at no point, on no circumstance, should anybody go and flout their rules. It might not matter.
Even when Natasha is shot dead.
It might
Even when
not
Natasha
matter.
is shot dead.
Listen. I agreed to something. If I agreed that I'm going to sign to this, and I read it out to you here, if I agree that I'm going to sign to something,
you have not told me what may means.
I have not done what. I have not done what.
You have not told me.
Senate English, no be normal English. So that may way you want me to explain for you. No be normal English.
You
just
my
own question for CBA.
Igurube, you try to using that word of may. Using that word of may, you try to divert. You also, for the third time today, you've tried to divert attention. You've tried to divert attention and try to move in a very crooked manner. That is not expected of somebody that wants to uphold the Constitution and uphold with all integrity.
So when Asiwaju was protesting against with Nadeko, that
you
means
cannot
he
wake up in
was
the
doing
morning.
something wrong.
You cannot
When
wake up in the morning and want to create another rule and regulation because it is somebody that you do not like or like.
Asiwaju was flouting military rule.
I do not care about Asiwaju. I don't care about anybody. What the matter is here remains Senator Natasha Akpoti's conduct at the Senate. You people have succeeded in trying to divert attention from somebody's misconduct.
So CBO, she did wrong.
So wait,
okay.
So CBO, so the bottom line.
Let's even look at the misconduct.
Sexual harassment.
CBO,
will not continue.
Are you happy? CBO, she did wrong.
She did wrong.
Your
position? So she's trying to cover it up.
So CBO, what is your position?
Wait, I have a question. Wait.
Oh, you mean I want to talk about another thing? Oh, I'm not talking
there is
about
one
Natasha.
reason why
people.
CBO, wait now, 1 minute. Yes. Just 1 second. You answer me now. Senator Nashata flouted the almighty rule of the Senate. Now, that means that she does not deserve redress if she was sexually harassed.
No.
What is your position on that? Because
my position is simple.
Stupid,
my position is simple, and when I'm done with my position, I'm going to step down. She deserves to be heard.
No. Before you step down, right? Your position as to the rule. I want to highlight the rule.
Let me answer
just
the
a
question,
minute. The rule you are more particular about. You are referencing us to the rule. Now you read the rule here, and I ask you a question: where a member has flouted the rule, they should be directed to the Committee on Ethics, right? Was that done? Let's go by that rule now.
Do you realize that it was the chief whip of the Senate that day that raised it before the Senate president hit his gavel?
The question I'm asking,
yes,
did they direct it to
done.
Hold on now.
Listen to the,
you were asking a direct question and you are giving an
CBO, can you calm down? CBO, calm down now.
Can you respond to the question I'm asking you? You are talking about the rule.
Let me go on and answer the question.
When the chief whip made that pronouncement, is it not supposed to be the position of the Senate president to refer such matter to committee on the chairman committee on ethics to address it and revert?
That was what happened.
Did he do that?
Yes.
Let's go by the rule now.
Yes.
No, it's not true.
Now, let me
if you say yes, can you give us evidence? Because the evidence before us suggests that they were only asking her to shut up and was asked to walk out.
KB. Let me finish with Big Daddy. Big Daddy.
Azo de gaskiya mana ba magana ba ka so ba. Azo de gaskiya
bane.
To magana gaskiya ne mana. Muna gani komai kan ce azo da baka so magana mu. A fada gaskiya ne.
Let's go down to Big Daddy's question here. Big Daddy, Natasha has every single right for a redress. However, here is what happened. An incident happened on the floor of the Senate. An incident happened on the floor of the Senate. That was
No,
briefed.
don't bring another issue. Stay on her accusation. That's
Yes,
what.
now I am coming now.
I've agreed with you that she was wrong.
Good.
What
Now,
she did.
now the
I
other
want
waiting now.
Yeah, what
You've
what
asked
what
me the
she-
question. Let me answer now. An incident happened on the floor of the Senate. For some reason or the other, 98% of the things we have said on this Igurube space that has been up for over 7 hours is not referring to the incident that happened on the floor of the Senate. Instead, we are talking about an incident that happened over a year and a half ago at the house of the Senate president, where Natasha was with her children and her husband. That was never raised until she discovered that Takopsa, I don't know how to say it in English, Takopsa. It was never raised until she discovered that Takopsa, for some weird reason, no senator, I repeat, no senator standing, sitting, opposition, ruling party, male, female, has agreed with Natasha's conduct at the Senate.
Is that what they asked
How
you?
many
Why not go straight to the question
disciples
now?
did Jesus have?
Can I finish
Wait,
can I finish my
if it is by
nonsense?
number,
Can I
how
finish
many
my
disciples
nonsense?
did
Can I
Jesus
finish my
have?
nonsense? Can I finish my nonsense?
Why not go straight to the
For
question
some
now?
reason or the
CBO.
other, Josh, please. For some reason or the other, no senator, both male, female, sitting, standing, former, current, opposition, ruling, no senator has agreed with her on her conduct that day. Now, when she was now asked about her conduct that day, she raised the issue of sexual harassment to divert attention from her conduct that day. Because everybody knows that what she has done is
So you
wrong.
believe she's lying? You believe
Let
she's
me
lying?
finish. Let me finish.
No,
It doesn't matter what I
Wait,
believe.
now me, I don't
It doesn't
want
matter
your
what I
story.
believe. I'm following the
believe
precedence
she's
of
lying.
events. I am following the
You
precedence
believe
of
she's
events.
lying? She should be ignored.
Big
That's
Daddy,
what you believe.
Big Daddy, I am following the precedence of events. No,
No, you are
But
not.
the question that was asked is your own position. What's your own position on the matter?
You
You are
guys
not to
have
give
gone
us a
to a
storytelling.
conclusion.
What's your own position?
Wait,
You said
something
she
happened
is
at the Senate.
deflecting from
Big
the
Daddy,
matter. Were
oh
you
God.
in her heart? No, wait now. Were you
I
in
mean, her heart, because
and
if
you
her heart
knew
was
that was
pure,
what she
if
was
her heart
doing?
was pure and she was duly sexually harassed, she would have talked about it. But she did not talk about it until after a year when
Have you been
she comes
sexually harassed before?
until after a year when she comes
Have you
at the
been
National
sexually
Assembly,
harassed before?
and everybody knows that she messed up at the National
Big
Assembly.
Daddy,
She turned the case.
Daddy.
Now, I have
Do
just
you see
posted.
what our legal system have cost us? We
No,
don't even go to
please,
the matter again.
please,
We don't go to the matter again.
Please.
We only look for a way to deviate from the issues.
That's what she's
she
doing.
said that she was
That is
harassed.
what she's doing.
No. She said, why not look into the issue of harassment?
I don't
was
care
she
about her
harassed
issue.
truly or not?
Listen.
You
Look at the video I just posted. Look at the video I just posted now. Natasha was accusing another minister about 5 years ago on TV of harassing her.
Someone that slapped Akpabio uncle.
Oh,
someone slapped Akpabio because of the same issue.
Oh my goodness.
Someone slapped
What is my business with Akpabio? What is my business? We are talking about Natasha here. Akpabio is also a morally bankrupt person.
Oh, Jesus
What is my business with her? We're talking about a woman who is notorious for accusing people for sexually harassing her.
Notorious.
Akpabio is also notorious
Why you like this?
Akpabio is also notorious now because he too have also received several accusations.
So a prostitute
I challenge you. I challenge you, Group and Adelawa. Adelawa raped my grandmother. Adelawa raped my grandmother. Igurube raped my grand aunt. Igurube, you are seeing here. Igurube sexually harassed my great grandmother. So I demand that Igurube must resign from his job, stay out. He should not go. He should not work. He should not go to his
I
job
think you
until
just want to make
investigation is carried
caricature
out.
of this whole matter. I guess you
Nah,
have been
CBO,
paid.
CBO, you don't know, you don't have anything to say.
No,
CBO,
no,
you have
it
been
will be
paid.
no, because
I
you
don't
cannot
do
wake up in the
anything.
morning and accuse me of rape, accuse me of sexually harassing you, and then I now go on social media and then tell everybody that you did that, and then you now presume
Okay,
him
CBO,
guilty.
let me ask you another question. Let
And
me
then
ask you a follow-up
is that
question
not
based
what
on
all of
what
you
you
are
said now.
doing? You're presuming
If
him
you have been
guilty.
accused, if you have been accused of a sexual harassment, somebody accused you
Already,
wrongly.
Big Daddy, you are
I'm
just
coming now.
posting.
Hold
Big
on.
Daddy, sorry,
You now. Hold
Big
on,
Daddy is already
CBO,
posting
CBO,
his
hold
group.
on.
Northern
Don't
Youth
worry.
Assembly. Look at Big Daddy's post.
CBO,
They are
leave
demanding that
that
Akpabio must
one. I'm
resign.
asking you now.
But I
I'm
never
asking
thought
you
what they do
particularly now. I'm asking you, CBO, now particularly that a woman accused you of sexual harassment, and you know that is wrongly. Will you allow for investigation, or you be playing the game of Akpabio?
KB, can you give me?
Why wouldn't I allow for investigation? But why should I lose my
So
job? Why should I lose my job? Why should I lose my job because somebody accused me falsely?
Not losing your job. I'm asking you, will you allow for investigation?
Of course, I will allow for
You said
investigation.
yes. So what will you say with what if you are saying now that Akpabio has chance of being accused wrongly? Why is Akpabio not allowing for that investigation?
Who
At
says
least
Akpabio is not
to
allowing
put
for
this
the
lady to shame.
investigation?
Because
An allegation was made. Oh God, an allegation was made. All of you guys have taken a side without listening to Akpabio's own side of the story. Today, Akpabio
Did
released
Akpabio
a
speak? Did Akpabio speak and they asked him not to speak? Did he speak? Did Akpabio speak ever since the matter started? And
the
he was
matter
asked not to
started on
speak.
Arise TV. The matter did not start at
That's
the
what I'm
Senate.
asking you. Has he come
The
out to
matter
speak
did
and
not
they deny
start.
him
The matter
his
started on
opportunity?
Arise TV. They accused her of something in the Senate.
You say they didn't allow him to speak. Has Akpabio come to speak and they deny him the opportunity from
they
speaking?
accused Akpabio. She had a fracas in the Senate, and the next day she ran to Arise TV to go and make a statement. That is not the
After
floor
since
of the
then,
Senate.
since that time, what has Akpabio done? That's the question.
I don't understand, KB. This thing that you guys are trying to encourage is bullshit.
No, we are going by your own word. We are going by your own word. You said that we are taking side. You said we are taking side.
My
You
word
said we are
remains
taking
that.
side.
Go by my word.
No,
I read the rules of the Senate.
Let me have a minute. I beg.
You said we are taking side and we are not allowing Akpabio to speak.
Listen.
How are we not allowing him to speak?
KB, she flaunted the rules of the Senate. That's
agreed.
That's the basic thing. And by right,
agreed.
The punishment for flaunting those kind of rules depends on the ethics committee. And if the ethics committee wake up in the morning and say, "Come on, for flaunting our rules, you are 6 months suspended without pay."
Who is to refer the matter to ethics committee? Who?
The Senate president now.
Has he done that?
Yeah.
Did he do that? Did he do that?
Yeah.
No. No.
Wait.
And give us evidence.
You need to understand something.
What do you want us to understand?
Listen, the same way you guys are trying to play the emotional game is the same game that Natasha is trying to play. You cannot.
That's not the question. We are asking a question here. Leave Natasha now.
It is not
leave Natasha now. We are asking the Senate president referred the matter to the committee.
KB,
answer this question before the avoidance. The Senate president referred the matter to the Senate Committee on Ethics. Answer it, please.
He failed to do the right thing. You guys cannot continue to allow people.
We have just agreed. We have just agreed that she did the wrong thing. We are asking a question.
So she will serve a punishment for doing the wrong thing.
That been referred to Ethics Committee on Ethics? Have it been referred?
I have read the rules of the Senate here.
Calm down.
I have read the rules of the Senate here. She did the wrong thing.
We know the rule. Yeah, she's wrong.
Did you know that you don't run? You see, but let me tell you. You see, KB. What people don't know is that the people that were killing people during Nazi Germany, they were following rules. They were following order that was given to them. So nobody can come and tell us that, oh, because of one rule or the other, rules are made by men. The moment the Senate realized that they are in a quagmire, that, oh, how can I be a complainer and then someone else is signing petition on my behalf? Immediately, the Senate needed to have said, okay, let's add this rule. A senator can, on matters concerning the senator, a senator can write petition and sign it. Simple sentence. They have lawyers that can make that rule for them. Add it. That's all. Senator Natasha, can you go and work on this and bring it back to us before the end of the day? That is the kind of seriousness.
No, maybe they were expecting her to write. They were expecting her to write the petition, send it to her constituency, go and tell her constituency that she had been sexually harassed, and let the constituency now begin to sign it and then bring it back. Is it that a constituency matter?
So now, we need to. One thing that we have realized now is that the Senate does not even have a mechanism for dealing with issues
concerning them within the Senate. Yes,
they don't have it. They don't have a mechanism. So, and do you know what's paining me, KB? If you check my timeline, immediately I saw the accusation. Natasha made the accusation. I said, why do women always do this? But then I saw people falling over themselves, trying to make the person that is making complaint become the person that has done something wrong. And then it clicked in my head, why are these people trying to put this woman? Okay, she told a lie. The Senate president has the capacity and wherewithal to cleanse himself of that allegation. He has that capacity. If she said it is text message, if the Senate president requires MTN to pull out all his messages, they will pull it out for him. He can request DSS, please, we want you to investigate this matter.
But Big Daddy, see what they pay me pass. That CBO said here that Natasha has the record of wrongfully accusing people, but the same Akpabio has records of molesting people. One even slapped him, and she said that on all. So I don't understand where CBO is coming from.
Were you there? Were you there?
You know what I realized?
Were you there?
It was on the TV. That woman said she slapped Akpabio. It was on the TV, no? I don't understand. The woman that was NDDC, she said she slapped him when he made an attempt on him. It was on TV. Go and check. I mean, woman have find the video put for you for Jumbo Throne.
I mean, where the slap took place? I beg, where the slap took place? Now that's where
it was a statement on television. I think it was Arise or Channels or TVC News. They were talking to
when they were doing investigation.
It's on the media. Let me look for you. I'm posting for you. So what are you saying?
Anyway, let me give my submission.
CBO don't run.
Iguru, make I give my submission.
But no, hold on. You see where this way I have issue. I mean, I've been running away from this issue. But where I got now, Ushi Israel supposed goes. Ushi, where are you? Ushi, are you there? Ushi is not there. Is the mood there?
I beg, pronounce my name well. Idemudia.
Anyway,
Igrube. Anyway, my people, my good review. This matter, I don't run away for this matter. Run. Well, let me give my honest opinion. Okay. Natasha is somebody we all know who have accused a lot of people in Nigeria from the former government.
Does Natasha have the attraction to that a lot of men can harass her? Does she have the quality that a lot of men can actually look at her and harass her?
Yes. That is that. Yes. I've got a lot of notable women both in politics and corporate, and they told me in real time that look, they experience one sexual harassment or other every day. Okay, so
not just every day, every other hour.
Yeah, they say even especially in the corporate world. So, but for me, on this issue, I'm on Naija, Mimi, Kilo share now. your mic the echo. Please, can number Niger
A group here beg me to these Canada people.
Okay, so for me on this issue, I know Akpabio have been accused before of molesting people. I know. But you see, I took my time to make sure I look at the both sides. All the people that Natasha have accused before have never take a strong bold step to say, okay, let's go to court and fact check or get justice. They literally chicken out. Example, Reno Mokri. Okay. Me, I don't want to side anybody on this issue. I want the competent courts. I already know that there is a petition ready, which is good. I think we should allow the verdict to come out and see if she was right or wrong. But I'm not going to downplay what she said because I was not there. It might be truth or it might be false because whether you like it or not, all the women that I've called, they say yes, sexual harassment do exist, especially in politics and corporate work. I think that Akpabio is not a small man in this country. He's literally the third man in this country. You know what I mean? Akpabio have a lot of political opponents who might seize this opportunity to use it. Same with Natasha. So for me, having looked at the record of Natasha of accusing people, I would not really want to say, oh, okay, yes, this one must do this one, that one must do that one. No. We should wait and see what the law says. A petition has been filed against the Senate president, the number 3 man in this country. But my only worry is that why have Akpabio not resigned for there to be transparency to Nigerian people so that Nigerians will say, okay, the Senate president resigned and due diligence was done. That's my only worry. Okay? Apart from any other thing, I don't have any worry. The Senate president, in my opinion, I think should resign and let the petition go out smoothly. Okay? But for me, going to side anybody, no. We have seen too many accusations from our Kogi Central sister. And also Akpabio, I think Akpabio has been accused also twice or 3 times now or 4 times of harassing people. So it's a double-edged sword for me. So I think the petition has been filed and everybody should keep calm and let's see what comes up next. Thank you.
Well, okay, so Josh.
Okay, Egube, thank you so much. The same thing, I've been avoiding this issue, but trying to kill this thing. What the Senate did today, I think it changed my thought about everything. Because if you're not hiding, I remembered when former Senate President, what's his name, Bukhara Saraki, had issue. For transparency, what he did was he have to step down. He allowed the provider to continue and let the matter go straight and he was, they did not find him guilty, and he came back. You see, trying to kill this issue is where I have issue with. Trying to kill it. Okay, see what Akpabio did. If you watch what he did today, if you have been, or either even as a counselor, if you have been there, you will know that someone he already prepared his speech concerning issue that the matter is in the court. But when Natasha changed the matter, that the matter is not in the court, he still read that same speech. That means the matter they already prepared, they already arranged how it will go in the house. If you have been in the house, even though House Assembly or as a councillor, you will know that caucus meet and discuss how proceedings will go. And he will just want to allow that same system, how they agree, how they arrange who will speak and who will not speak. He wanted it to go that same way. But when Natasha brought the issue that the matter is that this particular issue, that the one that is in the court is different thing, they downplayed it. Downplaying something like this, not allowing to go through, killing it even without going in. They say he's dead on arrival. That means something is wrong. That is where my anger is. I don't know who is right or who is not right. But trying to kill it, I think is questionable. Anybody that have been to or have been in house for maybe or anything, you will know that there is something fishy. If he's clean, just allow your deputy to take charge and investigate. He should constitute a committee that will look into the matter. Natasha, bring your evidence to the committee. Let the committee look into it. If you are guilty, fine. If you're not guilty, you'll be discharged. As in, this is very simple, the simplest thing. But trying to kill it, you have changed my mind. Now I can even boldly say that Akpabio is hiding something. Allow the matter to go through the system. Let's know who is right and who is wrong. Thank you.
There is something that is making me laugh. If you have time, I don't know how to share it. I don't know how to get it and share it. Please take out your time and read uh, His Excellency Fayemi of Ekiti State statement. Just go and read his statement. You will shake your head.
That was the one Zibi wanted to reference now that he accused. Don't mind.
So now, if you go to my house, you see Pastor Kezie and the rest of APC guys trying to say the man did not say the thing. It is not Igube who is. I am not Fayemi. They started the propaganda, the campaign that Fayemi have sued Natasha Akpoti to court for defaming him, wrongly accusing him. Oh, they killed that. Now the man has come out and made it, not even addressing Natasha, addressing the senator, saying, you should watch what you're saying. Don't drag my name into that. Natasha Akpoti has never at any time accused me of such. Don't bring my name into this repute. He was referring to the senator, APC senator that made this decision. But still, APC people are making everything humanly possible to switch it, saying that the man hasn't said that. Why not go and hold your party member? Your party member, Fayemi is your party member. Fayemi is APC man, one of the founding members of APC. He is the one accusing your senator or warning him to stay away from making such accusation against him and Natasha. But you are now defending him. So if there's something is wrong somewhere, why is Akpabio?
Igrube, you know what? Igrube, what is wrong in what we're asking for? I want somebody to tell me. We say investigate so as to clear Senate Akpabio's name or validate what Natasha is saying. That's simple. What is wrong in that? Do you know what is surprising me, Igrube? I think I got this concept. God helped me that I got this clarity very long ago. It's just like, us in Islam, we are praying. You have to give maximum concentration. If you are praying and you see a child is about to fall inside the well, are you going to say, no, I'm praying to God, after let the boy fall inside the well, then I cannot stop my prayer?
Because the rule says you should concentrate.
Because the rule says I should concentrate. Imagine, people don't know, they don't know when a serious matter is before them.
This one that is the one CBO get defense.
Egrube. Hello,
Yes, yes, I can hear you, Terry.
Yeah, let me just tell you what GBO and the rest are trying to do. Let's assume we apprehend an armed robber here, right? And we take the armed robber to court. When you get to the court, you know, it is standard rule that you must tell the armed robber you are under arrest, you are this, you are that, and you have the right to to make a call, you know. And once the lawyer sees that loophole, that you didn't read that statement to him, he will hang on to that and say everything about the crime that he has committed is null and void because the arresting officer did not tell him
Terry,
that
is not the right. No, that is not the right example. The right example you give, is that if you see someone, if they tell a policeman that a crime is being committed in this house, right? Should the policeman enter the house to make an arrest, or should he run back to his station, go and meet his prosecutor, start generating a warrant before they will come back and then make the arrest in the house? Do you get? You cannot. There are times when procedure can be truncated or avoided because at that moment, you get, there is something that needs to be done urgently. What is paining me, Igrube, is that a lot of these people have sisters, they have daughters, their thinking has been reduced to only seeing this thing as it is between Akpabio and Natasha. No, this is beyond Akpabio and Natasha. This has to do with our country, the destiny of this country, and the position.
You know what, Big Daddy? What is going on here is that they don't even know the harm they are causing in terms of the argument. Because if you look at the conversation, they want to make it look as though for someone like us, we are yielding to morality while they are trying to be legal. However, even in their proof to talk about evidence, even in their attempt to talk about bring evidence, right? It is only in the courtroom can you present an evidence, or at least better still, at that Senate committee, which can be used as a jury, are you getting, where you can investigate the matter, you can now put or advance your argument with evidence to back it up. They are not even allowing it, even when they are standing on legality to talk about evidence. They are not even allowed for investigation. The thing I have seen in recent time is on this drum about evidence, is that I guess for Nigerians who for many times have accused the judiciary of not being just, of being biased in passing out judgment, have suddenly forget or lost their conscience as they now tilt more on what you call speaking legal jargons to talk about evidence, killing their conscience, and perhaps sending morality to the reserve bench. Because if for any person with conscience hear of this matter, one thing that should first strike is to talk about justice. And justice is not just reserved to legal system alone, but even to morality itself. But you have people telling you, bring evidence, as if these issues are always caught on camera whenever they happen.
KB, they don't even want the investigation to start. They are saying that it is dead on arrival. And
at least let them even go for the investigation and be proven that the lady has no evidence. Let it get to that investigation and shows that, oh, haven't carried out this investigation. Oh, the lady was not able to prove with any evidence that suggests that, yes, she actually went through such. But no, you don't want to. And you're talking of evidence. Evidence on social media or what?
KB, if you listen to our story, you will find out that she has an eyewitness. She said when Akpabio was saying that thing to her in his house, that the husband was close by, and that when the husband got to where they were, he was looking at Akpabio and was looking at the wife. The wife said, I felt that my husband must have heard. I suspected, and even Akpabio suspected the same thing too. And she was like, no. Then Akpabio said, see my chapel. Let's go and see my chapel. After they left, he said she was on bed with the husband, and the husband said, baby, you know you can tell me anything. What did the Senate president tell you? She said she made up a story so that because she knew that he had very high regard for the Senate president, they are very close. For me, that tells me that the husband, because the husband said, she said that the husband
not even that the husband heard, but that even the husband perhaps might be suspicious of the character of.
I'm coming. Let me just land. The husband told her that night when he asked and she said she told him a story. He said, you must not travel alone or go to see the Senate president by yourself. What does that tell you? It just tells me clearly that the husband overheard what the Senate president said.
What if the one the husband said, I have warned Senate president to stop harassing my wife? Are they not looking that one too?
No, you see, sometimes when you have a long-standing relationship with some people, you won't want anything to just scatter the relationship.
And besides, they are not even smart. The Senate have the opportunity to whitewash the case. Just make a committee, and then the committee say there's no evidence. Simple.
Exactly. Committee, yes.
Exactly, my brother Adelawa.
And the committee will just find a way to wrap the thing around.
And they started going to hire machineries to be coming to tell that we don't want Akpabio to win the position.
But there is, what if they know that the lady is a lawyer and she probably has evidence, so they don't want to even entertain.
That is what I think.
They don't even want to acknowledge.
I think Baba must have told.
If you listen to what she said on the TV, she said, let Akpabio come and respond to it. Then after,
what if
and the woman has refused to come and has refused to come and speak now.
Terry, what if they begin dig? What if they begin dig? Come find some meat particles for Baba mouth, Baba teeth.
Monkey hand.
And once they begin that investigation, the people where in don't chop, in no pay complete, they go fit come out.
They go come out exactly.
But Big Daddy, hunger day. See as Akpabio, people they protest for.
But you know the one we call it time for the matter. Now people when they come talk say they use for avenue to come out the guy as politics. I want. In fact, this country.
You know what is with me today? Natasha show capacity. When if na rented crowd, Natasha bring double of it. Oh, I said this woman.
When police disperse for.
I said this woman get capacity. She's going to say, oh, you
Big Daddy, you know
like
she don't even do her own for
Big Daddy, you know the women pretty passionate for Abuja. Big Daddy.
You said
now that tear gas chase people come out. People for plenty pass like that. But that tear gas them put.
Yes, now.
You know what channel TV?
Yes,
you know what channel TV?
Don't be small,
Natasha, that's normal woman. I said.
The only thing the Senate president has succeeded in doing is just validating this allegation. Because
That is
at the
the
end of
only
it all,
I am saying, KG. But there is something, Baba. There is something that two of them, only Natasha and Akpabio, only two of them can tell what is in their pocket. And Akpabio does not. Natasha is now, since the world is against her, she's a woman. She's now, trust women, she's now ready to throw everything out. And Akpabio does not want that to come out. Only God knows even what Akpabio must have told her. Other people, other implicating words, maybe this girl may have recorded. If Kama,
You should
instead
go and
of
beg her now. That's all. You should go and beg
no,
her. That's
any
all now.
see if anything like Fabio within her territory go no, it go because so this thing I think Akpabio is feeling so bad that someone who was at one point so close to him, who have known so much secret about himself, is now the person that she's. But then again, take this into consideration. Akpabio did not manage the relationship with that woman carefully. There are some certain people that will even be throwing stone at you. You will say, okay, let it be. I will just walk away. So he would have even find a way to call Natasha and talk her down and said, I am going to allow this bill to come up this way. Even invite her husband so that your secret and her secret will be kept. The way this girl is going, people talking about Reno, and Reno is no big fish. Stop bringing Reno into
Egrube,
Igrube, Nigeria
Egrube,
is about to know
Egrube.
who Ibira
No,
woman is.
Egrube.
They go learn.
No, Egrube. You see Reno, when Reno was talking about his son, what happened was this. Reno is a junior brother to the husband of Natasha, the current husband. They are from the same place. So I think that kills that Reno's case. The guy just called him, my junior brother, this is my wife to be, so let it go, and it dies. You see, the truth about this whole thing is that the husband of Natasha and the Senate president, they've been friends for a very long time. So for the man to allow this thing to get to this point, they must have enough evidence before it gets to this point. And I think that's why the Senate president is trying to dodge everything. Because the man is feeling very offended.
And he escorted her to the Senate this morning and kissed her at the door.
Let me tell you.
But let me not say, you know, they walk. Let me not say his husband is believe her wrong.
Brother, to be my friend.
I they tell you, Gurube. I they tell you, Gurube. Yes, and go.
It's like a betrayal to him. So the thing will go far.
But the thing, another suspicion here is this, right? How can you have a friend, Igurube? Igurube, just a minute, right? How can you have a friend whose wife will come and accuse you? Does it speak well of you as a good friend? These are things we should be asking ourselves. A very long-standing relationship or friendship.
These people have no morals at all. They are. These guys have no.
Come and be telling you that you.
Then even your daughter, no matter even their friend, even your daughter will go to the office looking for job. They will ask her to pull her pants down. They have no conscience. There is nothing friendship.
Ugurube, why want to allow CBO run now? I want to ask some questions.
Okay, flag boy in Nigeria, make me go with you. Flag boy.
Good evening, everybody. I was at the court today. I was at the what's it called? National Assembly today. In solidarity on Natasha assault by the Senate president. So we came out there. I came there. I met some well-meaning Nigerians that was not being paid to come and exercise their fundamental rights. So we were there before the police people came initially at the first time to tear gas us. And at the end of the day, they stopped. At the point, they stopped. So the crowd started building up. So when the crowd got to a point, the agitation was becoming very loud. They had to, the useless people had to go and mobilize for tout, to bring tout to come and oppress Nigerians that came out to support Senator Natasha. Because as long as I'm concerned, she's a victim of Akpabio's prick not control. I don't know how I want to put that English when it goes sweet for ear. Because from the look of things, Akpabio have been molesting and frustrating those women in National Assembly. But this FCT senator, I have lost interest in that woman because Senator Ereti Kingibe, she has made it obvious that she's not a good person. Because I could remember when she was complaining about Wike and that same Akpabio, how Natasha came and supported her and spoke on behalf of her. At the end of the day, she's coming out on national television to say nonsense. It's not her fault now. We stood for her here in FCT now, and she claimed her mandate. But what I went there to do today is to let the world know that the Senate president is the most failed Senate president we have ever recorded in the history of Nigeria. He's so incompetent. A man who came out on national television to tell frustrated Nigerians like myself, to tell angry Nigerians like myself on the 1st of September, that on the 1st of August, that we should go and protest, that he will be eating and dining in his house. That's to tell you how corrupted Akpabio is. I'm not afraid. They can come and arrest me, they can come and shoot me. They know me. I walk around the street preaching my gospel of revolution, because it's only revolution that will fix this country. Akpabio had the effrontery to tell Nigerians that we should go and protest, that he will be eating and dining in his house. Is that not the highest level of insults? Akpabio and their APC senators, when Tinubu came to National Assembly to present 2025 budget, they forgot about the national anthem, started singing Tinubu national anthem. That's to let you know how corrupt this 10th assembly is. Singing, forgetting that the National Assembly does not recognize any political party. It's for the interest of the nation. Started singing, on your mandate we shall stand. What mandate? The mandate that is enslaving millions of Nigerians. The mandate that is killing millions of Nigerians with hunger and insecurity. We can no longer go to farm. I watched a video where some women in Enugu State came out to protest that herdsmen are killing them in the farm, raping their women and their children. And Akpabio is not saying anything about it. It's to come out to frustrate the women we have in National Assembly. He will come out and frustrate them, molest them sexually, and abuse their fundamental constitutional rights.
You forgot to add this: a mandate that was being stolen.
A stolen mandate, my brother. A stolen mandate. I tell you, Akpabio has nothing to offer to the people of this great nation. We should stand up and speak for our rights, because without we standing up, the 2027 election has already been concluded. Nigerians should be ready to take anything. We should get ready and hit the streets. Today won't shock them now. They don't believe the people when go come out to this, say them go come out like this. Now that nonsense when Akpabio wife go to do for Akwa State. Carry frustrated old women when hungry, won't kill them. They carry them, they come out, they shout, say Natasha, this one, Natasha. Those women, I don't blame them, sha. Now hungry. You know, so you get the way where hungry, go wind your head. You start to think like person no get sense.
Please, I beg.
See the ones when come up for National Assembly today, they talk nonsense for National Assembly.
Now, listen, I want to ask you that. Whose mandate was stolen? Mr. Peter.
The mandate of the Nigerian people, my brother. The mandate of the Nigerian people was stolen.
By who?
Understand me? by the INEC chairman announcing that nonsense, my
Wait,
brother.
The conversation
By your
with
INEC chairman.
Natasha.
If you want,
wait, don't just jump in here and start doing. This is not a marketplace. Flag boy, just use 1 minute and round up, please.
Let me round up by saying this, that it is time for the Nigerian people should stand up. Oh. We need to stand up. The country belongs to all of us. No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. I heal the mic.
All right, thank you so much. Where's Peter Ngu? Peter Ngu? Engineer, okay, good. Engineer. Engineer, can you hear me? KB, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Where is okay? Peter, Peter, are you ready? Peter. I don't think Peter can hear me.
Maybe Peter cannot hear you. Peter, can you hear us?
Realize they don't steal his mandate.
Engineer, are you there?
Cannot hear the host. Can't hear the host.
Engineer, can you hear? Engineer cannot hear you.
Yes, I can't hear the host, but I can hear you, so I can hear other people.
Me.
You can hear let him go on and make his submission then.
Oh yeah, go on, engineer.
Okay, thank you very much. Grobe, I always appreciate you, and other speakers and Nigerians present here. My comrade brother and friend, the flag boy, it's amazing your outing encouragement in the revolutionary movement of the nation. And we believe that our efforts, will never be in vain. The revolutionary movement, tends towards achieving a better country where there is equity and justice, in the society. And we, the revolutionary, believe that we have to fight for the good of this country and end these shenanigans of that leads to, international shame and relegate our country to the mud, in a committee of nations. It's very embarrassing, what transpired in the few days, especially today in our National Assembly. We should take note that the National Assembly is the people's parliament, is the house of the people. And if a senator, elected senator into the National Assembly can be so attacked and silenced, in a national television, a high-ranked senator, a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has a concern and is believed at this point to be a victim in a case she decided to voice out. And the whole of the National Assembly stood to silence a victim, which is a part of their family, which is a part of their class, which is a highly respected stateswoman of this nation, which has all the ability, all the opportunities, all the enablement to be able to seek redress in whatever she believes that she has been, her right has been infringed upon, whether it is true or not. We believe that just like other millions of Nigerians that are victims of gender-based violence and human rights abuses, she could have been given the privilege for fair hearing. Her right as enshrined in the Constitution for expression could have been respected. We can see very clearly what transpires, the humiliation, the orchestrated, approach of trying to silence an elected senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, by switching off the phone, a microphone, by castigating her, by bringing falsehood by fellow senators, by bringing issues that are not at all connected to what was the circumstance in case in the Senate. It becomes very sudden the way we have relegated, justice and our constitutional, institutions in this wake of encroachment of APC in our democratic space. It becomes so very, very sudden and pathetic and very concerning to us, the revolutionary, and every meaning Nigerians, which should be very careful and very concerned, most especially about the significance of the events that play out today. If a highly respected citizen of this country, a senator, a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a highly placed individual among the women folks, a high profile victim as alleged or as expressed by her, because whether we like it or not, we should leave alleged. She has expressed herself that she has been, harassed sexually, she has been victimized, she has been humanized, and she has been silenced in what the Constitution has input on her to speak for her people. Her freedom of expression has been encroaching, and she has also said that she has an evidence. Such an high-profile victim in the gender-based struggle, in the struggle for freedom of expression, in the struggle for right of citizens in this nation. If such could have been silenced by people that should stand in the people's parliament to speak for the people, but these same people stand to ensure that these things doesn't take a flag, then it should be more concerning towards the disaster we are finding ourselves. I have said it, and I will continue to say it, that the most natural disaster that has happened to Nigeria and democracy were the Fourth Republic political elites that were unleashed on us as Nigerians. It is a disaster. It is shameful. It is unconstitutional. It is inhuman. It is against humanity. The whole things that have played out. And we should not joke over this. We should not joke. A very clear point of this is that the People's Parliament, which is the Senate, has given a thumbs up for victims to be silenced when they are abused. It is a very clear message to predators that their victims can be silenced when they want to speak up. It's a very clear message to all Nigerians that are victims and abused, that faces abuses and brutalities, and which their right has been tempered upon, that their voice cannot be heard. It is a very clear message that Nigerian has lost the basic fundamental necessity as enshrined in the Constitution, the right to citizens and dignity. The dignity of this senator, this highly distinguished senator, was today totally destroyed, that she even have to struggle to ensure that she can rebuild her dignity before humanity. And it should be totally condemned by all meaningful and rational Nigerians.
But engineer,
we, the revolutionary, and the Take It Back
engineer,
we condemn this in totality and its entirety, and we support this Nigerian citizen that stand to be the voice for other victims of sexual abuse and gender-based violence, Nigerians that their right has been tempered upon, citizens in which their freedom of expressions have been encroached on and truncated, that we are saying that never again should we keep quiet and allow our country go this route. We have reduced our country to become a more waterless than an animal farm. Nigeria is a constituted institution in which our constitutions have aligned primarily some basic constitutional provisions that protect and safeguard Nigerian citizens. And whatever reason we have, and whatever party affiliation, whatever friendship, and whatever organization we think we belong, whoever is against the constitution of Nigeria, whether it is perfect or not, is against the very existence of the Nigerian people. And I would like to conclude with this point. It is time that Nigerians come to their senses and be more united as people and begin to stop this, rascality, this madness, this devilish act, this wickedness upon the Nigerian people, this senseless direction the leaders are leading the Nigerian people, and begin to rebuild this nation where we can have a society where justice alone reigns. We can have a society where there is transparency, a society where there is accountability, a society where there is responsibilities, a society where there is equity, a society where Nigerian matters. And we should say with all sincerity of purpose that distinguished Senator Natasha should be given a right to fair hearing, and whoever is found wanting against our constitutional provision should be held accountable and should face the consequences. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Engineer. Peter, are you ready now? So we'll be rounding up now. Peter, are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Good evening, everyone, wherever you're listening from. First and foremost, I commend everyone for actually, especially the host, in bringing this topic into the public domain. So, first and foremost, I'm from Cross River State. So, if you know, Cross River and Akpabio are they're just like brothers and sisters, right? To be honest, Akpabio is the most. I'm sorry to use the word because he's an elderly person. But whoever is so offended by the word I'm actually using, my apologies. But since inception of 1993 down to 2015, 2025, Akpabio is the most useless Senate president that I have actually come across in my entire life. In my existence of being here, being as a Nigerian. I might be wrong in my own way, but I don't know. First and foremost, send me one bill that was being sponsored probably from the presidency down to the Senate or House of Assembly that has been rejected from by Akpabio. None of the bill. And secondly, we are even looking at the sexual harassment aspect of it. We forgot to that part in which the lady said she has been trying to sponsor a build, which is the Ajokuta build, since I think since 2024. Whenever she actually wants to actually do that, Akpabio will turn her down. Whenever she wants to do that, Akpabio will turn her down. What's the reason for turning the woman down? Because he actually make advances at the woman, and the woman said no. I don't know. I really do not have much to say. What is our political elite? If opportunity is given, we don't start to the kill. Anybody we want to record whatever I want to say, should actually go ahead and record. If opportunity is given, now we don't start to kill them one by one, because there's no future for us anymore. To be honest, and we're looking at it as if maybe it actually seems to them like a cruise. It doesn't bother them, and we, the masses, sometimes it doesn't bother us, because as far as we don't bear same name, if it doesn't affect me, it's none of my business. Most of us, our prayer is, let Nigeria not happen to us. It has been happening to us already. Look at the hardship everywhere. And we have a stupid, useless Senate president that was supposed to be our rock. if at all now the country will be saying they work, this useless man supposed to resign by now, so that the investigation will actually go on. But as it stands now, this justice will the talk, this justice will the justice take place? No, because already the what's it called, the evidence actually presented or the motion actually brought to the house today has already been rejected, has already been talked down. Just like the Senate said, it's dead on arrival. I thank God for the fact that okay, Senator Natasha, na lawyer. So, if at all they do not actually do a proper investigation from the house, then go tackle the matter for court. Even the court, our Nigeria, our judiciary that has been bought. See, Nigeria matter sometimes they tire me, and when I actually look at things that are being played on a daily basis, especially this from Buhari to this down to Tinubu administration, I am ashamed being a Nigerian. But what will I do? Now the country where I actually come from, my parents, my great grandfather came from there, so I can't do anything about it. Look at, in short, I'm disappointed. I'm really, really disappointed. Natasha was being elected as Akpabio is elected. And this same Akpabio in 2015, I mean in 2016, disrespected Saraki, the Senate president, as well, of all this seat arrangement issue in the Senate. As of when Saraki was the Senate president back then. And look at what is going on now. Well, the host, I beg, I am done. Thank you.
Akpabio tell us you were there, you were not there. I were there. You remember that video? Big Daddy, you remember that video where Akpabio they tell Ndume, you were there. No, I was not there. No, you were there. Now that kind of joke we did for this country, Guru. Now that kind of joke we did for this country, for the red chambers. Now that kind of issue to go on. We don't.
I want more than we did one. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I've been listening for some time now, so I've listened to both sides. Yeah, most of us, to really be sincere, we just we talk like the same people that we are criticizing. Yes, we have people that are supporting the woman, and then the people that are also against her. I think the most important thing that we need to look at is the law and the rule of the game. Because, yes, I agree, in the country, a lot of our women, they are being harassed, even in corporate settings. So, there's 90% chance that the woman in question, that the senator is saying the truth. Even let's assume there's 99% chance that he's saying the truth. But there can also be 1% chance that she's not saying the truth. All of us that we have been killed beside either of the people that are involved, none of us is actually very sure, 100% sure of what has happened. None of us. And because of that, because when we want to build a country, the most important thing, we are shouting, okay, Nigeria is not good, Nigeria is not this and that. The problem we are having is that each time something like this happens, we want the law to go the way we want. We want things to be done according to our own interests. And when we hold that such positions, that means that the position of the law keep changing. If the woman in questions, if she has been harassed, which is very, very possible, I know, because if you want to be sincere,
if you look at this situation very, very well, if you are a man, if you are a mature man, if you look at those two adults, something has happened between both of them. Before now, something has happened between both of them. Maybe it's consensual, maybe it's not consensual, we don't know. Because there are a lot of history too, where you have two adults, they are doing their thing, both of them are enjoying it, no problem. But after some time, when it should happen, we will experience something like this. If it has happened before, I have a very good story to back that up. But what we can only do is to encourage the woman. The woman she said she has not reported that issue. She has not filed the case of sexual harassment. She should go to the court. Let's support her to go to the court and file the issue of the sexual, sexual harassment in the court. And then for the Senate, yes, the Senate have rules that are supposed to be followed, that are also supposed to, not to be changed or amended for anybody. I think what should be done is to the complaint she made today that has been turned out by the Senate, to protect the integrity of the Senate needs to tell her to file the complaint in a proper way, so that the issue can be investigated as well by the Senate. Because if the issue is not investigated by the Senate, at the end of the day, it will affect the institutions, the Senate, the institutions, will affect the institution. So, but at the same time, they should not bend the law for her, the law of the Senate, the existing law that is in the Senate. But they should just guide her to do the right thing. And if the right thing is done, it should be investigated thoroughly. So I am very, very sure that even as much as we think that, okay, that everybody is corrupt in the country, everybody is bad in the country, if she's not able to get justice in the Senate, she will get justice in the court of law. So that's that we should stay in the position of law. We should, because if we allow our political inclinations, our interests, it keep on changing. Our interest today is tomorrow the interest might change, and we keep on changing things. So the most important thing is that let's go through the in alignment with our laws. Let her do what's supposed to do. Let her go to the court, and then the learning from this, we have to learn from this. Especially, I want to talk to men now. When you are in a position of authority, when you are in a position that you have influence, and because of that influence, maybe you are in the corporate settings, you have ladies that, because of what they need from you, because you can offer them one favor or the other, okay, you start making advances to them, and they agree, both of you start going out, things start going on well between you and them. You have to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Because of your position, if things changes, it's going to be your word, your own word against the word of that woman, of the woman that is concerned. So we need to be very, very careful. Because a lot of people do this thing. It has happened before. In the organization where I was working in Nigeria before, we have a man, a senior manager. He was dating a lady. This senior manager is married. In fact, a lot of people know that they were dating. And because of that, this woman, she was a lot of favorable conditions that she was, she benefited from that relationship, was getting good appraisals, promotions, and all those things. But we don't know what happened between them. You don't know what happened between them. Only for that lady to go and report the man to this, what's it called? There's one kind of committee that we normally call them. And the lady show all the text message. They normally test the text message that she normally exchange with that man. Normal text message, because both of them have been going out. But because both of them, the man is married, he submitted everything to the committee. The only thing that saved that man is picture that both of them have taken before. That when you see that picture, you'll be able to see, okay, these two people, that something is happening between both of them. But that still not even saved the career of that man. It affected the career of that senior manager. So, and in the other way too, we have a lot of our people, a lot of our young men too, that they are being harassed. Even if the people in the higher authority or in higher position speak to them, make advances at them, and if they are not cooperating, they are being harassed. And what they can also do is that immediately that harassment is taking place, don't say that, okay, it has not gone to a particular level. Make sure you go and report it or discuss it with people. Tell two people that this thing is happening, so that if it will serve as evidence. So maybe if the man still continue, maybe a year later or something, you can have people that can back you up. So that's what I want to say on this matter. That's both of them. But what is the most important is that the Senate, it has to be protected, and then we should not protect the Senate president at the expense of the Senate. And at the same time, we also not make the Senate president, whoever is occupying that position, to be vulnerable to this type of situations, because we are going to continue to have female senators. Our politicians will always be politicians, maybe they are female, maybe male or female. We also don't want to create a kind of situations that the Senate president will be vulnerable, that even if the Senate president is not doing something like that, somebody can just come up and say that that's what he has done, and people will ask him to go and resign. So it's a very delicate situation. So we should look at it from the point of law. So, and I wish that the Senate can do what is right and reconsider that a petition, because if that petition is not reconsidered, it will seem as if they are hiding something. So, and then the woman in question too, she should do a less of media stuff, because what will happen now is that at the end of the day, even if the man, I hope she will get justice. She will get justice. But politically, it can also affect her and can also affect other women that are also coming behind her. So that's my submission.
All right, okay. Thank you so much. Awo, CBA, CBA. You just, CBA, you just see the one. You just see the one we pursue you today. So, well, we have come to the end of the show today, but let it be known that our Hallowed Chamber, the Senate floor, the Senate House of Senate of Nigeria, is currently under disrepute, and they are not doing anything to redeem themselves. They are doing everything humanly possible to. They are doing everything humanly possible to ensure that women don't speak, and they are doing everything, equally doing everything humanly possible to ensure that sexual harassment of women and men in our various workplaces cannot be heard or discussed anywhere. So they have laid a foundation or they are laying a foundation of making our vulnerable women job hunting women and less privileged women of our society to become a prey in the hands of these so-called powerful men. They are weak men to me, people using their public office to challenge or to get whatever thing they can get. They have not. It is not a Grube. It is not a Grube saying. They had every opportunity today to hear the petition, but they hide behind one rule or the other to throw it away. They have done everything powerfully possible within themselves to shut the woman down.
Igrube, you know
This is
you're
not
giving
an
your Igrube, sorry, you know you're giving your last words. So let me not be the one to give your last words for you.
Oh my God, CBO.
Yes, let me not be the one to give your last
No
words for
amount
you.
of propaganda where you go. No amount of propaganda where you go.
Igrube, here's one thing. Here's one thing. If I have a disagreement with you, you shouldn't call that propaganda. If you make your own assertions and you expect me to listen, it's not propaganda. What we've been able to establish here.
It is not. It's what the propaganda. What I call propaganda is
Igube,
bringing
that
the
Senate,
rules.
that Senate is made up. Akpabio is, according to them, a first among equals. All of them are all members of the Senate and they are all equal. So if you say, or alleged, according to what Flag Boy here and came out and said, oh, they are this, they are that, is she not part of them? Or you are singling her out of a system that she belongs to? Is she not part of the National Assembly? Or she ceases to become part of the National Assembly because she has a problem with one person? You have taken a stance on this. And your last statement...
You know me, eh? See,
no, I don't know you. I don't know you to that
no,
extent.
wait.
You're taking a stance on
Wait.
this. And I challenge anybody here. I challenge anybody here. I've challenged anybody here. We cannot continue to allow people. We would not continue. It is don't pretend and don't hide under the defense of women.
Tell you something. I want to tell you.
None of you here should hide under the defense of women. What you guys are doing is not defending women. You are not defending women. Do not hide under that cloak of trying to defend women.
Nobody is defending.
So why did you say what you said? Oh, they are sexually harassing women. They are not allowing women to take jobs. Don't do that. You are not nobody. You are not nobody paying you for that.
Wait.
Do you have evidence of anything? We have read the rules in your own space. We have read the rules. We have discovered that she broke the rules. We agree that she broke the rules. So because she's a woman, she should break the rules.
CBO, wait. I am, listen, you know me now. Nobody is going to gaslight me.
You are the one gaslighting people. Somebody comes here and says, has done this. Why?
What I am telling you is this.
You see mob mentality. You cannot allow mob mentality.
Wait, I am the mob myself. CBO, I am a mob myself. I am a mob myself. Even if you don't agree, anybody that has known me here know that I am a mob myself. If I cannot fall for IPOP mob, if I cannot fall for obedient mob, now APC mob I go fall for. I not go fall for now. I have been a man of my own mind. I have been a man of my own mind. It will be a crime against all the things I have lived for to be influenced by any individual or group. It is not going to happen. Not even the wife, not even my own wife. I wish you will speak to her. I live with my own mind. Get this. No amount of the support I gave to APC, President Bola Ahmed during the campaign up to today will make me to move an inch from the campaign of calumny you guys are running against Natasha Akpoti. In this case of sexual harassment, I am not going to be moved. Call it my own stand. Tag me anything. I am bold enough to wear the badge of honor. This I have made this clear to you, but you have refused to understand. You have refused to be reasonable with this matter. All you care is about Natasha being a serial accuser. All you care about is about the so-called Senate rules. That is all you care about. It is embarrassing that you are asking a question on why should the woman bring in a case of sexual harassment allegedly happened maybe 2 years ago. Is there any time frame or timing for any crime to be reported? No. So if Natasha decided to open up today, does this matter? You don't listen. You don't want a bill that will protect our vulnerable women and men hustling in the streets of Nigeria, facing this humiliation, intimidation. You don't care about that. All you care is about your APC. That is all you care about. All you care is about how to protect Akpabio. Is this matter about Akpabio? Do you think that Natasha is the only woman out there facing these challenges? Do you think do you think it's only Natasha? You have not thought about it. I can remember conversation we had some years back. Not some years back. So I would say some months, maybe middle summer last year on a space, midnight space. We were having just like every one of us, we pour out and share how our young men, young boys of Nigeria are being forced into homosexuality in order to get something. You are not concerned about these so-called powerful men taking advantage of them. You are not concerned about the amount of homosexuality growing in our society. You think they were born gays. No, they are being indoctrinated into that against their own will, but because you live in a society where a three square meal is an issue. You don't care about all these things. All you care is about Natasha. You want everything to be swept under the carpet. What are you talking about? I am not a stupid man. I don't have that kind of mind. I will defend what is right to be defended, and I will distance myself from what is ugly before man and God. I don't care where my political leaning lies. It doesn't matter. I have told you, this is the opportunity to make a bill and a law that will protect Nigerian men and women. A balanced law that will protect. Like, if a woman is found guilty of making false allegation, let the person pay according to the law. If the man is found guilty of sexually harassing people, using their position of authority to subjugate young men and women, let there be a consequence for that. And you don't want this thing to be heard. All you people are saying is rule. Rules for who? Are rules meant for animals, not human? Why do you people want this investigation to be killed? Why are you people so hell-bent in killing this investigation? If you know that your hands are clean, why not allow the investigation to proceed? Igbo people say if I don't have anything on my head, I won't be worried or bothered about anything breaking from my head. No. Why can't they allow this matter to go? Okay, Akpabio is clean like snow. Fair play, I stand by him. What I am saying is this woman, Natasha, cannot be shut down. If she cannot be shut down because people are throwing all manner of allegations, trying to demean her, trying to accuse her of anything, it doesn't matter. Even if she has accused 100 men, so be it. Let us see the end of this one. Perhaps this one will be the end of her accusing people. This will be the end of her accusing people. You say, oh, I am taking a stand. Why won't I take a stand? Why won't I take a stand? Go to Nigeria. I want you to go to Nigerian dodgy clinics and see young girls carrying out abortion. Have you asked them what is leading them into that abortion? Are they getting those pregnancy in their own way? It's the same man forcing them. You have the so-called maids. Their bosses are sleeping with them, forcing them, ripping them under the roof. Nobody is speaking up because maybe you are protected by the wealth you have. So maybe your children may not be exposed, or your sisters may not be exposed to these dangers and vices. I swear to God, if EK for the mother had been in Nigeria today, there will not be cases against. There will be no case against. But he's serving 9 years and 8 months in United Kingdom prison. Because of intent, he had not even harvested the organ. But because of intent, not only with himself, but him and his wife, including the doctor that facilitated the what is it called? The hospital arrangement were all put in behind the bar. Ekweremadu is serving 9 years and 8 months, 4 months behind, 4 months below the maximum sentence for such atrocity. If Ekweremadu had been in Nigeria, the like of you will find one rule or the rest of them to defend him. The poor boy would have been in prison, or perhaps he would have even disappeared. And you will see people going on the street defending Ekweremadu saying, oh, why would you say that? Oh, you people will come up and say, oh, he's 21 years. Oh, was he not? Oh, he's 21 years. He made his choice. He made his choice. He made his choice. And mind you, that the crime of Ekweremadu, mind you that the crime for which Ekweremadu was sentenced was only enacted 12 months before Ekweremadu, before the breach of that law. So if Ekweremadu had committed that crime, had done that in the year 2019, right, he wouldn't have been sentenced to prison. But because such case became such cases became a concern to British society, they had to enact that law, follow it, and read how the law came into being. They did not see Ekweremadu before that law was enacted. So why can't we now call for our own law to be enacted now with the case of Natasha? So we want it to be swept under the carpet because our prince of politics is involved. You live in the United States of America, and I am telling you now that Prince Andrew, Prince Andrew of United Kingdom cannot step his foot in the United States of America because he is running away from a mere allegation of underage sex. The British society and the powerful British system is protecting him. He's hiding inside the palace. He cannot even operate. He cannot even attend any official function for the royal family because of the shame he has brought upon them. With all his power and everything, he dare not step his foot in even any country with the extradition treaty with America. Ever since the day he escaped from United Kingdom, he has not set his foot outside United Kingdom. He's running. In fact, he's living in hiding for the past decade, for nearly a decade now. Just on the age sex accusation. Why didn't he? The people are calling. Why didn't he go to America and clear his name? Because American law would have grabbed him and put him in behind bars. This is exactly what the CBO and his APC friends are doing humanly possible to ensure that Natasha Akpoti is shut down. Look at what you guys are doing to a woman of such voice and status in our society, let alone ordinary secretary in the office, let alone ordinary orange hawker, a female orange hawker in the street of Nigeria. That one will be just turn by turn rape. Nobody will say anything. That is what you guys are promoting. You don't know the damage. You don't know the effect of what. This is the only opportunity, the only time you have to lend your voice, and you're talking about protecting women. Who is defending women? Do you think women are stupid? Do you think women are going around looking for who to protect them? Are you the one making their choices to get married? Are you the one making their choices to find boyfriend for themselves, or to choose the course of the discipline of their choice? No, they are not begging you to protect them. All they're asking you is to create a leveling and equal environment for everybody. And you are here saying, I have taken stand. I have not taken stand. I am not defending no bloody woman. I am not defending anybody. I am calling for the Senate and Nigerians to stand their feet and ensure that this matter is logically decided in a free and fair manner, not in a position where it is my party man. Just go and look at the utterances of Nigerian men in the Senate House. Such a sensitive matter. You have women going into national television. Oh, she has not. Are you there? How can you decide? So you have been so you are the belt of Akpabio and the slippers, his sandal slippers or shoes. Do you know how far she has gone with Natasha? Do you know how close two of them were? So why do you want to stand in the position of Akpabio to shut her down? Do you know Akpabio in person? Do you know Natasha in person? If there is anyone to write at least a brief autobiography for Akpabio, Natasha fits the position first because of how much she has known she has known him. Why are they silencing her? That is the question. Your man, Akpabio is the one facing the accusation, but the wife is the one responding. With all the team of media men and women behind his back, Akpabio could not release no single statement to the members of the public. And you are here telling me about defending women. I am not. If that is what you call it, I am not ashamed of that. My mother is a woman. I live with a woman. I am not ashamed of that. If that is what you are going to target. But be rest assured, as far as I am running a space, as far as I am here, you guys cannot fly this evil campaign. It not go happen. Not under my watch. So you can go and run, people can go and run a space and go on and push the narrative. I won't wish it to your sister, to your wife, to your daughters or your sister, or your female friends. But not until the day most of you heartless souls will hear the account of women who have faced these challenges in their workplaces or place of work. Then you begin to ask yourself a question and thank God perhaps in the position where you are. Nigerian men are going around claiming, oh, paternity fraud, paternity fraud, paternity fraud, paternity. Have you asked yourself what led to that paternity fraud? If ordinary secretary can be facing such, when she considers the bills facing her, she may give in, bringing the pregnancy back home. And he will turn around. This is the time. I think it's because women, maybe if you have got, who else would, tell me any man at least at the age of 30. Let me just put it at the age of 30. I have not had a broken heart with a woman. That is life. So should I use maybe because I have issue with women in the past to say, oh, any woman should be crushed once they say a word? No, they are all liars. I can't imagine my father when he was alive, my mother walking home telling her his friend or one of the customers and all that is sexually harassing her. Oh boy, my papa go take knife to slaughter the person. You don't know what him be saying. I don't know how you guys think. Natasha is not even a thing. She's a married woman for crying out loud. A mother. If you don't know what to say, stay away. What we are saying is we are begging them, calling them to. They must come out and make this investigation, carry out this investigation thoroughly, and make it public. Their findings public. If Natasha is lying, so be it. Punish her. Suspend her indefinite. Akpabio can sue for $5 billion. But you don't want all these things. You don't want all this. All you going around saying Senate rules, Senate rules. Rules for what? Are rules made for who? For who?
Igurube, you have spoken very well. You've spoken very well, and I was expecting that I'll be able to come. Why I came back was I've already stepped down to, try to see if I can get some sleep. But a matter like this of national concern has taken away the sleep, and we need to really address this thing. Then so be it. I believe I was expecting that they, call a CBO could have also been here. These guys are APC media dogs that lacks conviction, that are senseless to truth, and fail to know that they are modding themselves in falsehood and shame, because the totality of one's stupidity and foolishness concerning the truth, should be something that worries his very existence. And that young man, with all due respect, is irrationally existing. To be very frank to you, whether distinguished Senator Natasha is correct or not, I support her totally. And I'll state it out very clear on this space here. One, you cannot make truth to be fragile. Truth can never be fragile. Truth is what set one free. And if you are in the side of truth, you can never be restless. You can never be scared of anybody. In fact, you live the most peaceful life when you are on the side of the truth. I will make reference to note from our submissions, which they have not countered. She has put up a bill for a Jokuta, which I just, last week I passed through there. And she said that that bill have been stepped down for 5 times, just to be passed on the 6th time by the Deputy Senate President. That after the 3rd time of that bill being stepped down, deliberately, as she said it authoritatively in her words, she has to go to meet the Senate President and seek his indulgence to acknowledge her plight and make sure that that bill is being heard, that is important to her. Whatever transpired, she has her evidence and she's ready to present it. She went as far as leaving our constitutional institution to bring in her husband to encroach in the dealings of the Senate, in begging the Senate President in London, as she stated, to help him acknowledge the desire of the wife concerning his people pertaining to that bill. And that on the day after, all the Senate, most senators have begged the Senate President, after the stepping it down for the 5th time, it was a Deputy Senate President that have to handle that motion. For me, that is, first of all, a breach of office. Those are signs that maybe this lady is saying the truth. And you can see very clearly, every Nigerian can see very clearly what transpired. There were every measures and means to silence that lady. Whether she's lying or she's saying the truth, it's not my business. My business is that every Nigerian should be given equal opportunity to be able to express themselves and defend themselves and be supported to do so without any hindrance or interference. In fact, most of the senators should have been resigning by now. They should have been recalled by now. Don't push your energy, although you have done very gladly, to be putting on people that have lost focus. Media dogs, CBO, conviction and truth, at which their existence will be erased off by the winds that carries away the sun. Because whether you like it or not, it's better dying poor with the truth than enriching yourself on the platform of falsehood. Maybe it's looking to get SSA to the Senate president on online media or new media, whatever they call it now. He wants to be one of the SSA, and that's why he comes here to fool around about national issues of importance. And he thinks that he can come here to play on the mentality of Nigerians. No Nigerian is supporting Natasha. No Nigerian is supporting.
Igurube, you went on a diatribe for about 15 minutes after I tried to speak, and then you allowed this idiot to sit down and talk to me. Engineer, you are a fool.
You disappeared. Wait, you go talk now. You go talk. Nobody is holding you. You go talk. I've been one close before you came back. Allow engineer to finish, then you talk. Nobody is stopping you from talking, but saying that I have taken stand, that was why I stopped.
It doesn't make sense. I did not insult anybody. So why would you come here? Do you know me from anywhere? You just come in here and start talking a lot of bullshit. Have I ever engaged you before? What's wrong with you? Talk your talk.
I don't have
talk your talk.
So why do you sit
down and say
CBO, are you a media dog? Are you a media dog?
Shajosh, please.
If it feels like you want to talk, you can go ahead and talk.
Shajosh, please. Don't call name. I do not call you names. I do not insult you. I did not go down on you. I did not go dirty with you. Don't try it with me. Don't.
CBO, wait.
CBO, wait. If you want to talk, you tell me. I will mute the mic to talk. If you want me to talk, you tell me. I will talk.
Don't go. Are you okay?
CBO, wait.
You don't know me from anywhere.
CBO,
what's
wait.
your problem?
CBO, calm
down. Brother, Akpabio, man. I had your honor of fee.
CBO, calm down. Let engineer finish. Calm down.
What is
no, you went on the diatribe and that's why I left. You
went
on the diatribe and that's why I left. You went on the long monologue.
Wait, it's not monologue.
Igurube, you are the one raising party this one, calling people names, telling everybody, because you've taken a stand on an issue that you really do not. You are talking about people, we want Nigeria to obey the laws and everything. And then they read a law to you. They read a bill to you. I read the red book of the Senate here to you. And we agreed that Natasha broke the laws. We agreed. So you cannot on one hand, you cannot on one hand be saying that you want us to continue to obey the laws, and you see that every single senator
CBO
has agreed that Natasha broke the rules. Why do you want the rules to be broken?
Okay, wait now. Let us make something clear. CBO.
Well, yes, Igurube, you know, see, one thing that he fails to know is that he's dealing with a refined revolutionary. You can rant to your hell.
Oh my goodness! Who cares? If you want to talk, who cares about your O-level revolutionary? When you see revolutionary, you will run. You don't know what a revolutionary is. I'm not one of those people that are social media revolutionary. When you see revolutionary, you will run. Mind your business. First, continue to do your nonsense you've been doing since morning. Please. Igurube, you are here talking about, Senate crime. They do this. Do you know when Bill Clinton was accused of sexually harassing Monica Lewinsky? Do you know what happened to him? Was it not until there was evidence? Is it not the same Senate crime? Was he not the president of a country? Would you wake up in the morning?
The Clinton and the Lewinsky that you brought up, did they investigate? Was there an investigation? Did they say the bill was dead on arrival? Did they investigate the matter and got to the extent? Did they do all that?
Yusuf, wait. CBO, you and I are not going to get at each other because of Natasha. And
no, but you know how somebody just come here and insult me. I didn't insult anybody.
Wait, flag boy. No, wait. We're not gonna make this place a marketplace because this is not a football field. CBO, please, please. I take the name of God with what I know about you, your intelligence. Please rise above whatever things these guys are bringing. For you to bring up a case of Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton is below your level of intelligence, as far as I know. Monica Lewinsky never accused Bill Clinton of sexual harassment. She claimed that on a moral ground, a married Bill Clinton slept with her in his office. That was the accusation. And the guy called Clinton came out and denied it. The woman kept pushing. Investigation. The man had no choice than to come out and apologize to the people of the United States of America. And the wife stood by him. There was nothing like using his office to gain sex or to stop the woman from doing whatever thing she wanted to do. Their case is way different. Natasha is not accusing a married Akpabio of having sexual relationship with her. The accusation is sexual harassment, using his office to obstruct her legislative.
Igurube, do you get my point in all of this? My point in all of this is this: since morning we've been on this topic, and my point has been, why are we deflecting and why are we taking our eyes away from the real issue? The real issue here remains.
No, you have.
Please, allow me express myself, please. The real issue here is that she flouted the rules of the Senate. I have read the rules of the Senate from the Red Book of the Senate here, and we have all agreed that she flouted the rules of the Senate. You cannot be on one hand saying that you want the rule of law. On one hand, you are saying, oh, you want things to be done correctly. On one hand, you are saying that you want a better society. And then, on another hand, you want us to bypass that rule that she agreed to, that she signed to, that she broke. You now want us to overlook the fact that she broke a rule of a group of people. We are not senators. We did not sign to it. We did not agree to it. There are things in their Senate that don't make sense to me.
Igurube, if you will allow me to talk, I think I
wait,
would also like to ask you some questions.
Engineer, wait for CBO.
Yes.
There are things in their Senate. There are things in their Senate rule book that does not make sense to me. But
I would like to ask him question about the rules he's talking about because he's being deceptive about it. If you can just allow me to talk, I'll ask him some questions and he will answer because he's being deceptive about it.
Please, can I finish what I'm saying?
No, I was talking before you come and interrupt. I was talking before you came in and interrupt. I was talking before you came in and I just keep quiet to allow you finish. So if you allow me finish, it will be better. And I would like to make it known to you, CBO, no matter your level of ranting and noise making, it doesn't take a dust off my skin. You should know that. And I don't give a fuck about how you feel when I'm speaking the truth. And I don't give a fuck about how I myself feel when I'm speaking the truth. So that is my person. If you feel insulted, look for the next transformer close to you and hug it and find a better life because you are living in falsehood. I'll be very clear to you. And
no, engineer. No, engineer. Don't listen. Let us not make this personal. That will defeat the purpose. Let us don't make this personal using foul languages and the rest of them. Right? Let us not make it a personal issue. Please.
Yeah, no personal attacks. Please just focus on the topic.
It's okay. Gilbert, I will respect you as a host. I will respect you, and but I just like to let people know who we are. and that's the most beautiful thing, So I respect your rules and your position. Before I continue, he talks about Natasha breaking the rules. Natasha didn't break the rules. Let me put it up to him. One, the rules they mention, Rule 40, Sub 4, and 7, talks about if a case is in court, you can't bring it, as a petition. And she has explained that the case in question is not in the court. Two, signing of petition. She is the victim, not a constituent. It is in a position to sign the petition. And Rule 10 gives her that privilege. If that young man is sincere with himself, so you can think about that and also maybe look towards that angle and see if at all it makes sense to him. And I hope it will help him about that. Now what I was saying was that we really need to be truthful as Nigerians. I need to be truthful as Nigerian. In fact, forget about Nigerian. Forget about this geographical separation that put us through. We need to be truthful as humanity. If Natasha was your wife, if Natasha was your sister or your mother, in fact, if you were Natasha, if Natasha was a young girl on the streets of Nigeria that has been raped, if Natasha was my sister, I can remember that was raped by some gangmen when she went to secondary school. If Natasha was my mother that was victimized when my dad died at the age of 10, and her hair was barbed to skin by relations of my father, and made to sit down to cry to fill buckets of a big bucket in 1993. If Natasha was that lady that was killed in the bus in Lagos, BRT, if Natasha was every single Nigerian woman that has been raped, that has been violently beaten, if Natasha was that young girl that was beaten by the husband in Lagos recently, stabbed several times, went to police station and they couldn't handle the case, he has to run to VDM. Imagine Nigerian citizens running to VDM to look for justice. They left our people's parliament, leave the judiciary, leave the police, and run to an individual who is himself is questionable. An individual who himself is questionable, that we have called him out on his intention, whether deliberately or not, to tamper with funds of NGO that was raised. Whether he was joking or not, we don't want to a joking matter. If Natasha was many Nigerian ladies that has been killed, if Natasha are those ladies in school that lecturers want to sleep with them. I can remember in my school days, I have to fight for a girl because the lecturer wanted to sleep, and I sprang on the table of the lecturer and said, the day you touch that girl again, I would gladly leave the school before you stay in the school. If Natasha were every single secondary school girl that had been humiliated, harassed, if Natasha was your sister, which the boyfriend has broken the heart because he thinks he's a woman, if Natasha is every Nigerian single lady that has been kidnapped and raped and killed, then you won't be saying what you are saying because of political affiliation and unnecessary rules you are talking about. Because Rule 10 gives an express privilege to every Nigerian.
Can you please tell me what rule? Can you please tell me what Rule 10 is?
You know the rules. Me, I'm telling you that Rule 10 is the privilege.
What Rule 10? Can you please tell everybody here what Rule 10 is?
Listen now.
What do you mean I know it? Tell everybody here what Rule 10 is, Okachamara. Tell everybody here what Rule 10 is. You just, for every Nigerian, the rules in the Senate are the rules in the Senate. There's no amount of blackmail, no amount of emotional blackmail. There's no amount of emotional, there's no amount of emotional blackmail you're going to use. On this same Twitter, a few months ago, I reminded the group yesterday.
No. See, listen.
People gathered and accused the boy. People gathered and accused the boy of raping, accused the boy of sexually harassing and raping a girl.
CBO, allow engineer to
and the boy killed himself.
Allow engineer to talk.
And the boy killed himself.
CBO, allow him, allow engineer to finish his comments, please.
See, with all due respect, I'm not sleeping tonight. I'll be here with you. If we are not done, I can open a space if we want to sleep, and we'll be talking about this. Can you allow me talk, and then you can come up and we'll talk? You know, it's good. Let me tell you, Igurube hosted a space in the morning and talk about Southern president. I can remember you now. You told me to write a petition against corruption and bring to you to give to your chairman of committee on corruption. I think it's you. And imagine me writing a petition against your corrupt party to give to you, to put it under the dustbin, and thinking that the EFCC or ICPC is not there. You are not being sincere with yourself. I must be very sincere with you, with all due respect.
You interacted with me.
In the position.
Me. You interacted with me. Me. Told you that. Me. Who are you?
It's okay, no problem.
Did you smoke anything? Did you smoke anything? Are you insane?
CBO.
Who are you? When did I tell you that? When did you and I interact?
CBO, can for the sake of tranquility, can we move on to other people?
I think there's a mix-up. There's a mix-up here. Who is Steven? Engineer. Who's Steven?
Oh, okay, can we have a Nell? Can we have Nell? Nell, please. Nell, can we have you?
I think man's have been.
Oh, wait. Let's have Mo, please. Wait for Nell, please.
If he wants to talk, it's fine. I'll go after him.
Okay, Mo. Then Mo, go, man.
Okay. I just want to start by saying, everyone keeps. I'm not even going to say everyone. I'm going to say Nigerian men. We keep talking about wanting to hear both sides until there's a petition to hear both sides. It's really being intellectually dishonest if you're not going to admit that we have an issue of just basically sexual crimes in Nigeria. And that's why when we step out to the UK, step out to other developed country, we end up getting into sticky situations for texting underage or messing up with the power dynamics and sexually harassing people around us. To be honest, everyone, see, as a person, I'm going to speak as a man right now. Almost every woman in my immediate circle, from my mom to my sisters to my friends, have been sexually harassed in one way or the other. My mom has told me stories of when she used to live with her aunt, and her aunt's husband would keep making passes at her, would strip naked while she was in the room cleaning it up. My younger sister has been assaulted. At bare minimum, they've been catcalled. My friend, at the age of 16, she went to see a guy who was her mom's ex-boyfriend. To the guy offered to add money for her to buy a MacBook because she gained admission to Uniben. We both gained admission at the same time. At the age of 16, she went to this man who actually dated her mother, and this man tried to sleep with her. And this let's not pretend that this is an occasional thing. No, this is something that happens every single day. And even down to our friends, I try to check my circle. If I see someone talking stupid, I try to check them. And if I see like their behavioral pattern does not align with my values, I try to cut them off. But we are not going to pretend that we have not had friends who, at the very least, and have not been rape apologists with kind of comments they make. So the point I'm trying to make with all of these examples is that why are you dying on the hill that Senator Akpabio did not sexually harass Natasha? Why is that a hill you're willing to die on? Senator Akpabio has shown from his time as a politician that he gets power drunk. And a man who is a narcissist, the man who is power drunk, is just really one step away from being a rapist. Let's be honest with ourselves. Anyone who knows basic psychology knows this. So now, I myself, if my brother got accused for sexual harassment, I would not come out to vouch for him, and that's my brother. So why are random men and women in the Senate coming out to vouch for Akpabio? What is their interest in this if it's not all the power play? I shared videos earlier of women who do not even know why they are out protesting for Akpabio. Some think he's running for Senate president. Some think they are just they don't even know why. Why are they putting all this effort? Why are they paying people? Why are they doing all this effort for props? And all of these props just to shut down petition. So what is the whole point? And now I really don't want to exchange blows with anybody, but is that I think CBD, I don't know who that is. You're just it's very clear you speak from a place of bias. Your see, I do not have any issue with you. I do not know you before now. And it's very clear you speak from a place of bias. I went to your Twitter right now, and within the first 8 scrolls, I've seen you supporting APC. I've seen you calling Natasha a drama queen. I've seen you supporting Trump, who, by the way, has over 20 sexual harassment allegations against him. So, yeah, I'm not going to take your opinion seriously. It's clear you're in the US. I think you're in the US. I saw a picture, but you're abroad, and all you are doing is supporting the rot in this country. You think you've escaped it, but you go reach everybody. You know, guy won't carry your entire family leave this country because of the way we've normalized so many decadence. We look at our politics. Look at the mess our elections are announcing results at 4 a.m. Our politicians don't even bother to lie better ourselves. Before, they used to find excuses for the embezzlements, then they came up with the snake format, then they came up with the monkey format, then they came up with the fire format. And right now, they just don't even give a fuck. They don't come up with any formats anymore because we've allowed these things. We've just let them. It's a field day because we are all stupid people. As long as they feed us our daily dose of hate, as long as we get our bigotry, we get our tribalism, we get our homophobia, we get our transphobia, we get our slut shaming, we are fine. That's okay for us. That's food for us, for our thoughts. And this entire subject upsets me because we have a problem as a society, and this is how I'm going to round up this entire conversation. We actually have a problem as a society. I remember being in secondary school. I remember my classmates as at SS1, SS2. I had girls dating teachers at that time. Then I saw it as them dating teachers. I saw it as an advantage on their part. But with time, I understood that they were really just victims. You have NYSC, you have coppers going to schools all around the country abusing underage girls. You have lecturers taking advantage of girls in school. So many instances. So why do you think Akpabio is any different? Why is that a hill you're willing to die on? If there's not something wrong with you inherently, I'm just going to end it like this. Please, let's just check ourselves. Check ourselves as people. Check the people around us, because change has to come from somewhere. If we keep allowing this decadence, it's only going to get worse. Nice meeting everyone.
All right, thank you, Mo. Thank you. No. Mel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Yeah, this is such a touchy subject for me because like I have this belief that you can go and check most civilized or developed countries, right? Any country that protects the rights of women, those countries tend to do better overall. I'm not saying anything like new. This is actually a fact. You can go and check it. Every country that protects the rights of women, those countries tend to do better. So, you know, like um, Nigeria is such a cesspool of nonsense because everybody knows a story about somebody who has been sexually harassed. Like most women that we interact with, like I don't want to speak about people, but I know of a very successful doctor here. She was born in Nigeria, grew up in Nigeria, and actually she was one of my ex girlfriends or whatnot, and she's probably in her mid 30s now, and because of the sexual abuse she received from the ages of 6 to 8. It's not even sexual abuse. It's like, well, yeah, it is sexual abuse. It's rape, basically, by a 19-year-old man. She cannot live the fullness of her life because, she's been like limited, basically. And this is the story. I've heard these amounts of stories like countless of times of women who have been sexually traumatized because somebody that thinks they have power over them taking advantage of them, which is the reason why I support Senator Natasha, because like Nigeria has an opportunity to do something very good, something very wonderful, which is to be able to protect, people who are powerless, people who can, have just normal day regular women that work their 9 to 5 jobs. Like this is an opportunity to create a law that can protect women in working environment. Like these are the conversations that we should be focusing on, not the trivialities of um, nonsense that people are trying to devolve this conversation into. We should be talking about how can we as a people support women and support our women, because if we don't speak up as men and we say that we want Nigeria to move forward, if we let this case die an a unnatural death, everybody suffers. Everybody suffers. I know sometimes people don't understand the importance of women in our society. Yes, men are very, very important. Men build societies, men do so much, but women are so important. We need to protect them. We need to protect women. Women need to feel comfortable in Nigeria. Nigeria is unsafe for women. Nigeria is very unsafe for women. We need to protect them. This is an opportunity. So look at how a powerful senator like Senator Natasha is still being put under duress by a useless Akpabio. Akpabio thinks he can, just because he's a powerful man, he can sleep with, and it's not even any woman. This woman is married, for crying out loud. This woman is a married woman. And some senator came online on TV on Arise, was talking about she has 6 children with different men. What does that have to do with anything? Why do Nigerians like to bring foolishness into important conversations?
He knows us. He
A
knows us.
very
That's why I said he has fed us the slut shaming. So let's carry on from there. Let's keep going from there and be distracted from the main issues.
we cannot be distracted. That's the thing. Like, we cannot allow this case to just die. We can't allow it. We need to keep talking. Online, we need to keep talking. Offline, we need to, because my my goal is that this, something like a law should come out of this. A law that protects women in the working environment. I think that would be the most important thing in this Tinubu presidency. If it comes, I believe it 100%, 100%. Like, I hear stories all the time of, young women. A woman will get a job at work, just a normal regular person. She gets a job, and men who have higher ranking in the job will see her. She's a beautiful person, a beautiful woman, and they keep harassing this person. They will not let this person focus on the job. Yeah, I'm not saying that you cannot get a job and find the love of your life at your job. That's a different situation. But if somebody you meet at your job, because you have a higher ranking as that person, then you're trying to coerce the person into sleeping with you, then that is sexual harassment. And because of the way Nigeria is set up, like, because no, if the woman, if she's self-aware, she has to start thinking of what's more important to her. In Nigeria, where it's very hard to get a job, sometimes they fall into the pressure of, let me just do this thing so that this person can. It's either they can help me out or they will leave me alone. What nation is that? What is that? Now, let's remove it as a random woman. Let that be someone that's close to you, like a family member, or someone that you care about. They go to work, and somebody at work is harassing them, like incessantly harassing them, making slide, coming over to them. They want to touch them. Men always become super touchy when they see a beautiful woman they just want to touch her. Who told you that she wants to be touched? Anyways, my thing is, we cannot let this case die. We need to keep talking about it. We need to keep giving it, like, we keep rekindling this fire so that we can keep putting the energy that Nigerians are tired of useless men that use their power, instead of them to focus on something significant, something important. They are using their powers to want to bed women, and we should be tired of this. There are 200 million people. There's so many women, so many Nigeria is littered with beautiful women. You can find them anywhere you want. Why are you stressing the ones at your work environment? Why? Why is this okay? Why? Like, here in the US, a a very high up person at a sports um, cable TV, Fox News, Fox Sports, is in the process of losing his job because he was sleeping with, he was using his power to sleep with a woman, and the woman was using her, like, the fact that she's a beautiful woman, and she was sleeping with like other men so that she can get opportunities in the company. And there are laws about these things. Like, a man who's in a power position cannot use that position to sleep with people who are his subordinates. So he's going to lose his job because this country works. Now, a country like Nigeria where nothing seems to work, we need to keep putting our voices so that we can be heard. and we can protect women because they're important. They're super important because a woman who is subjected to a lot of abuse carries that abuse around. She passes the abuse to other people indirectly. Indirectly. That's how you gradually bring down the level of interactions within society, because if one idiot sexually harasses a woman and that woman takes her home or takes her to wherever she calls home, people around her are going to feel that thing. Not directly, but indirectly, they're going to feel that abuse. Now, look at Senator Natasha. Her husband is probably, he has other important things to do. He has other important places to be. But he has to put all those things aside to come with her so that she feels safe. And look at all these animals that are coming out against her. How is she supposed to feel safe in that situation? Every idiot that is looking to lick Akpabio's ass has come out on TV to show how stupid they are, how useless of a human being that they are, supporting things that even the devil wouldn't support. And we are here talking about Section 4. God punished Section 4. I'm done, please.
All right, thank you. Now, Ufili, you have been coming on and off. Ufili, Mano.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Good morning, everyone. From where you're facing. Good afternoon. I I I have listened to several speakers on this topic of Natasha petition to the Senate. Well, I would like to contribute my own little knowledge that I know of sexual harassment. But let me differentiate between sexual harassment and rape. They are two different. They are different. So when you harass a lady sexually, it could be advances, it could be any kind of motive, intention of trying to tell that person that this person I would like to have make advances at in me, make I would like to go out with you. Actually there's something that leads to that kind of motives. A lot of women have been harassed that secretly that we don't know is because Natasha is someone that is a senator, is well known. That is why this one is going public. A lot of women have been harassed sexually by men, especially men that are powerful. And those women don't have a voice. They don't have anybody to cry to. They rather remain quiet. I hear some people saying, why is she saying it now? Why is she saying it now? Why is she saying it now? Why is she saying that? Why is she saying it now? She has the right to say it at any time she feels like. A lot of people that are quiet and that have not been, they are coming up gradually to say how people have been harassing them when they were 13, when they were 6. Did you say why I will be able now see those people? Why did they say it? Why did you say it when they were young? I don't know how people just think. Do you know the kind of trauma those people go to harassing a woman sexually? You know the harassment. Some people self cannot say it outside. They will feel because they are women. They will start telling them you're a woman. You should not say this. All those kind. You know how we Africans we think. I have a friend. She's married now. Her own father harassed her sexually, even slept with her own daughter. The girl told the husband what happened to her when she was young, how the father raped, slept with her when she was still a virgin. That is, the father was even telling her that it is me that was disvirgin her, his own father. Did anybody hear that one? A lot of people have been harassed that we don't even know. So I don't know why some people here making it look like the lady is bringing up issue. He also bring down Akpabio. Sexual harassment is a very serious issue. They don't joke with it. If in a standard country whereby they have laws, they don't joke with it. So they take it very, very serious. But yeah, once you just think, you bring that person, why are they afraid of? The lady has said, he has petitioned it already. Let them go for investigation. Is there anything wrong in going for it? Let them at least investigate the issue. If what she's saying is true or she's actually lying. Why are they kicking it out if they don't have any hidden agenda? I don't understand. Some people will come here and be telling us one section and one quote, one law. But this is a personal issue. I have a friend also who she works in the, I think she was in Lekki 12 basket or so. She's married. And the boss knew that this woman is married. She has been working there for over 3 years. And that man was making sexual advances on this lady to the extent that she complained to the husband. Still yet, still frustrating, and the girl had to resign from that job because of this kind of, because of the man is powerful. They had to resign and leave the work for them and look for another place. What would you say about that one? A lot of women have been harassed, like the last speaker said. A lot of women are. We need to do something about it. And people are trying to bring it down so Akpabio won't be disgraced. I don't. I'm not support, but I'm not saying I'm here. My own is let Akpabio face investigation. If he's clean, he should come out. If he's clean, then everybody will attack Natasha. But now, why you people saying you should not investigate? No, no, no. Natasha has accused so many, and so what? This is a different issue now. The issue is she has petitioned the Senate that this person has sexually harassed me. Whether she's bringing up the issue now or later, she has brought it out already. And she has written it. She said it there. She said it there in the Senate that the one she analyzed it. She actually said this is what I have said on arrest TV. Now I'm bringing it now writing in writing. I don't know why people don't hear English. I don't just understand. And normally, petition, and people should go and now they keep the step, they keep it away like the thing is nothing. No, if it's their own people, if it's their own people, I pray that one day what goes around will surely come around. I will see when it comes the other way. That's what I can just say. I yield for now.
All right, thank you so much. Black boy Niger, do you have anything more further to say? Okay, Black boy Niger, Bid. Um, Bid, are you there? Bid, are you there? Okay, Bid must have slept. So, my people, we have come to the end for today. Thank you, everyone. Engineer, thank you. Neil, thank you. Omo Naija, you don't have anything to say. Yusuf, thank you for your time. Mo, Ophivi, Sir Josh, thank you, everyone. Ayo, you were mentioned today. You were mentioned today,
Uh,
Ayo.
Igrube, I want us to use opportunity to appreciate the flag boy. He has been doing very amazing for the country. The flag boy, he has been
Yes,
doing very greatly for the.
yes, he was there today himself. He went on. He was not rented. He was not paid. He received tear gas for just calling for a better Nigeria. So for those who think this is about hiding behind mobile phone to dish out rules and the rest of them. Well, we're not going to allow you people to destroy Nigeria because of your political interest. It's not going to happen. Nigeria belongs to everyone, and no one has said this and that is this or that is a criminal or not. But they must give an investigation a chance. If they don't give it, if they don't give investigation a chance, then they cannot silence the voice of everybody. Even if they manage to silence the voice of Natasha, they cannot silence the voice of everyone. I don't care how they think or how you think. This is to show we have no psychological centers in Nigeria. We have no counseling centers in Nigeria. We have no closure centers in Nigeria where people can go and air their horrible life experience. That is why there's nothing functioning in Nigeria because by the time 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 Nigerian women and young boys will come forward with their solid stories and experience in the hands of powerful men and women across the country, then you realize that we are in for a big mess. If you go to YouTube, if you go to YouTube, you will see you will see BBC documentary of a particular center in Inyanya, Abuja. So where a hospital, a organ harvesting hospital is situated, and young Nigerian, poor Nigerians are being paid 500,000 naira, 1 million naira to harvest their organ. Just go to YouTube and check it. BBC News, BBC. Go to YouTube and check it. BBC documentary on organ harvesting in Abuja. You will shed tears. You will weep for Nigeria. You will cry. If you don't hold yourself back, you may even, your thoughts may be even picking up arms against the so-called leaders. In fact, I don't think you will finish it. If you don't break down, that I said, just go to YouTube. Happening in Abuja, guess what? With everything they did for investigation to be carried out, the powerful men of Nigeria protected this hospital, including the middleman coming from Lagos, who was behind the recruitment of these poor innocent boys hanging in the streets of Abuja. Their own stories, how they were offered a million naira or life-changing stories, only for their kidney to be harvested, and they were thrown into the street. Go to YouTube and watch it. And in fact, while I am doing this, let me get it on YouTube and share it so that you can, whenever you have time, you will go and watch it. Did Nigeria say anything about that? No. I cried. I ran space. I called it out, and other people turned. Rich 6 months ago, the man was caught in the United Kingdom, and he paid the price. He paid a heavy price. All these things we are doing, we don't know what we. Come on, Niger, you're welcome. Come on, Niger, are you there?
I'm here. Thank you very much, Igurube. I greet everybody. If my opinion no align with yours, I beg no vex. So just wait, make I finish. I don't hear many of una, so just assume that I've already heard what you want to say, and I'm still saying what I'm saying. And maybe I will address it before I finish my submission. So that my train of thought will not be too derailed. You see, for this Senator Natasha and Senator Akpabio issue, me, I am a petty individual. I am a petty individual. You see, when the issue at hand was the fact, not the allegation, the fact that she breached the rules of the Senate, right? And then her response was not to say, oh no, I didn't breach the rules of the Senate. Oh no, what I did was actually right. It was to say, oh no, they were oppressing me. It's not that I breached the rules, oh, they were oppressing me because I did not give in to this man. Right? Good. Now, my own exhibits in this case. Exhibit 1, Akpabio was slapped by NDDC woman accusing him of sexual accusations or whatever, harassment or whatever. Right? For that, yes, there was that accusation, but it was never proven or effectively dealt with, right? Exhibit 2, Natasha accused Renu Omokri of sexual harassment. Now, the reason there is a difference, there is a significant difference between these two exhibits. And the reason for the significant difference is that Akpabio's own never got to a logical conclusion, talk less of him being guilty or not. But Natasha's own was proven to be a bare-faced lie that she concocted. Anybody she should come and sue me, right? It was proven by the person she accused. He brought out that I was not even in the country. Assuming he was in the country, he may not have had any concrete proof like that to present. He may not have had that kind of concrete proof for say he was in the country. The only reason he had that proof was because his passport was stamped, and it was not stamped by a Nigerian authority that anybody can say, oh, it was fabricated. I want to give a personal story. I don't think I've ever said this to anybody in the last 15 years. In secondary school, I was almost sexually assaulted by a senior. I ran away. I reported to some other seniors. They dealt with the guy. They beat him blue and black. But guess what? I didn't present evidence, and there was no presented against that guy. Yes, I was saying the truth, and he was dealt with, right? But assuming I was lying, assuming maybe the senior was beating me and I didn't know what else to do, and I decided to go that route, right? I understand that we want to protect the vulnerables in our society, but we should also be aware that there are some people who will capitalize on that, our need to protect our vulnerable people, to shift goalposts when they are in the wrong, when they are obviously in the wrong. Now, if you ask me, did Senator Akpabio harass or molest Senator Natasha? I will tell you, I don't know. If you ask me, is it possible? I will tell you, yes, it's possible. There's nothing that is impossible. It's very possible. But for me, if I am Senator Akpabio, I will not step aside. I will preside over that Wahala Menene. After we finish with her issues, the ones that brought her to the house, the one that they told her they have changed seats, she did not want to change, all those things. When we finish dealing with those her gross misconduct, then I'll now step aside. You can now investigate sexual allegations, because that gross misconduct came before any sexual harassment accusation, and that accusation was only to shift focus from that gross misconduct. So I believe that gross misconduct should be seen to a logical conclusion. Because this thing that we're doing is like we're trying to aid and abet this lady to, do what she intended to do, which was to shift the focus away from the fact that she messed up. The fact that no opposition senator in that whole House of that whole Senate could have come up to speak on her behalf. The fact that none of the women there could have come up to speak on her behalf, right? For me, these issues should be dealt with one by one. It is the people that want to gather everything and turn it all into one issue and say, oh, it is only sexual harassment that is the issue. How in God's name is that the only issue when that was not the genesis of the issue? You will now say, oh, put everything aside, just focus on the sexual harassment. Of course, that was the intention of the person who brought it up in the first place, because they know there are people who would, because of that love they have for their vulnerable people in society, would see it as, but because it happens to some people, doesn't mean everybody that it happens to, that says it happens, is true. We've seen multiple cases of guys being accused wrongly. In fact, I witnessed one very recently. A guy was just, this kind of guy and babe girl issue, right? The girl came to visit the guy, the guy, and then the guy self go, they followed the girl babe friend talk and all those things, and the thing became drama. And next thing, it became accusations of, oh, he was trying to do this, he was trying to do that. Meanwhile, those allegations were never there before they started having problems with each other. Right? So we should be careful about these things. Not saying that they don't happen, but I do not believe we should allow people to use it, to weaponize it, because in this case, it is being weaponized. If she had another weapon to use to fight back in the Senate, she would have used it. It was because she didn't have another weapon to use to fight back, because it was obvious she breached the rules of the Senate, and then she's using this one to fight back. So this is weaponization of sexual harassment allegations, and we shouldn't stand for it. We should not support it. And the fact, not the presumption, not the conjecture, not the assumption, is that she has lied about sexual harassment on Reno Omokri. She has lied about it, and it is on record. Now, unless that particular fact is wrong, somebody can correct me. Maybe I'm the one that is, uninformed or outdated, right? Maybe they don't talk, say down and they're wrong. Somebody can correct me. But unless that fact is wrong, she has given us precedence that her words cannot be, because she described a very detailed scenario with that Reno Omokri thing. She said, oh, the day at at the presidential banquet where they were receiving the president, I've forgotten which African president came, that, oh, you were there, I gave you a fake name and fake number, Kinika, you were toasting me, and then Reno brought out proof that on that specific day, Mama, I was not in the country. So now I would like us to all think about this deeply. Somebody who has laid a false accusation, concrete, not we are assuming it was false. It is proving to be false. But we want to all ignore that because, because of this, our love instinct for our vulnerable people in society. Let's just, as we be good people, make we not allow other people use our goodness, manipulate us. I know it's not everybody that is on this side that is a good person. Some they do it based on agenda, some they do it based on politics. Or we know all those ones, yes. But there are some good people that will honestly just fall, because nobody wants to see, okay, a sexual harassment allegation swept under the rug. But for me, for this one, I would say deal with the issue that was brought up first. Then I support, let the man step aside. Then you can now deal with sexual harassment, because she wanted to divert from that. And me, I dey focus go. I will not divert. If na me dey there, I no go divert. Now that issue go. We go settle and first before anything else. You cannot come and be changing goalposts for me. Anyways, thank you. That's my own perspective of the situation.
Okay, Igrobe, please, I think we need to look at this, direction Omo Niger is coming. I think he has not been really fully informed about this whole drama. Let me follow his pattern. One, Omo Niger, I will appreciate you can be able to DM me or maybe put it on your timeline. They do a research of Natasha and Reno Mockery, because Reno Mockery too has been very forceful in most cases. Just do a research on what you have concluded, which you have concluded between Natasha and Remo Mockery, and maybe you can just send it to my DM, the accusation, the counter accusation, and the conclusion of that matter. Number two, with respect to our Excellency, the Senate President, and the MDDC Director, it was on national TV that she said expressly that she slapped, the dead minister, because of sexual harassment. And that matter has not been concluded according to you, and nobody has sued anybody. It was on national television. It was an international television. Let me just be very frank. Nobody has sued anybody. It's still on the space. The video is flying everywhere. There is no counter statement towards that. And there is no legal, case towards that. There's no conclusion of that. Okay. And but she was very certain and very bold that he slapped. I'm a Port lady. I slapped him as a Port lady. I think we also need to do research on that. And then now let's come to what we are discussing. And I would like you just listen to me very well, and then you can also correct me wherever you think arguably. You said that that what transpired about the change of seats was a gross misconduct of not adhering to the rules standing order of the Senate. But that nothing, they could have addressed that first. But period to the change of seats, there were a background situation that was later expressed about her motion that was stepped down for 5 times. And the husband even have to intervene by going to London to intercede on her behalf, that she should be respected and her desire of motion should be granted. She has also made allegation of going to the office for the motion, and some statements were made, to induce her into what she doesn't want to put, the position she doesn't want to take. And she has come to the knowledge of it that all these accumulated to her being humanized, changing her seat to a corner to ensure that she's not heard, and all those things because she has refused to take a particular position. So I think you are not really feeding us with the truth, or maybe you weren't aware of this to have concluded that she came up with all this story because her seat was changed and she gross misconduct by this senator in person. But this senator have expressed and evidently make reference to some senators that have intervened on her motion that was stepped down for 5 times because she couldn't take a particular position as alleged by her. And also getting her family, her husband, involved to go to meet this the person the accused person here, in London to intervene. And let me tell you one thing that is very shocking in this whole scenario. Let me tell you one thing that is very concerning to me. The husband of Senator Natasha is a very close friend and ally to the Senate president. Very, very close. And all the parties have acknowledged that fact. Both Natasha, the husband, the wife of the Senate president have acknowledged that they are family friends, very close family friends. Very, very close family friends. And I doubt anything at all that could have tried to come between this family union in friendship, and also, what could have even led to a motion of a senator being, stepped down on several occasions, that will even warrant, for people to start, begging for a distinguished elected senator of the Federal Republic for her to be even heard in the first place. Did you sense any bias? And also she made allegation that there were other senators that were before her, which could have accordingly moved serially to the new changing seats, but no, that they were jumped over to her to change the seats. And she made her argument very clear. And let me make it very clear to you, very, very clear to you. Please, if you can browse online, or I can send it to you to your DM. Order 10, the privilege order of the Senate Standing Rule. It gives you express right as a senator, as a member of that parliament. And if you have been very sincere with herself, if you have watched that video where she rejected that seat, she has moved an order, a standing order, a point of order on order 10 to express her position and rejection of that particular situation. So I think you telling us with due respect that our gross misconduct could have been handled without looking at the pre-factors that led to all these tensions and the embarrassment of our people's parliament. It's not being fair. You are not being sincere in the situation, and you are not being neutral. I'm not judging you, but in all this story, in everything, whoever is guilty or not, my position is very clear. My position is very clear, and I stand by that. And it is the position of the Nigerian people. Any rational person will believe that there should be opportunity for fair hearing of all the parties involved, both everyone that are witnesses, whether the husband has heard anything, has witnessed everything, anything. The Senate president should be heard fairly. The Natasha, the senator in question should also be heard fairly. The right to fair hearing, as enshrined in our Constitution, our 99 Constitution, as altered, is sacrosanct. And if that sentiment, in fact, the Constitution supersedes the Senate standing rules, our Constitution override the standing rules of the Senate. And surprisingly for you, Rule 10 overrules Rule 40, because Rule 10 is a privileged rule that aligned with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as altered. And we believe that we Nigerians, we are not siding anybody. Nobody's saying the truth. Nobody's lying. Whatever it is, we don't care. All we care and we continue to care about, even as a revolutionary and take it back movement, our ideology is that whether he's a thief or not a thief, give him the right to fair hearing and let the law have its course. So this senator, this distinguished senator, who is representing thousands of Central Kogi senatorial district constituents, is unfair to be silent. It's unfair to face such opposition we are seeing in the Senate. It means that the mouth of the entire Central Kogi people have been silent. The voice of all are victims of, sexual harassment and gender-based violence, which they have been promoting and be singing day and night on the radio, has been silent. That is what we are saying. The truth will always come out at the end. Have you allowed this person to speak for you to know the truth? Okay, because the standing rule, according to you, or gross misconduct has been committed, then the petition or the pain she feels should not be given healing. You are not being fair, please, with all due respect. Thank you.
Please don't misquote me. You see, when you say, you said fair hearing. Did I say there should be no fair hearing? I say one by one. The first first. Then wait, let me finish now. You've made your point. Let me clarify. You misquoted me. Let me clarify myself now. You misquoted me. Let me clarify myself. I am just clarifying myself. What are you targeting for again?
I was following you. I didn't misquote you. I followed you religiously. I listened to you very
Oh yeah,
attentively.
let me
I even
clarify
jotted that.
myself
I
now.
jotted that.
Now you go tell me what I want to talk. Let me clarify myself. I said it clearly. They should be handled one by one. Now you are saying, oh, I don't want them to handle the issue. I said they should handle one by one. The first issue first. When they handle it finish, you can now say the man should step down. Did I not say that? Or maybe you were hearing selectively. Now, it is the same you that is saying, oh, the voice of these people have been silenced, the voice of these people have been silenced. But you started your statement with telling me that I am biased, I am not being neutral, I am not kinika, and you are neutral, Abi. No problem. Engineer of neutrality. That's number one. Number two, the one you said I should put on the Jumbotron or send to your DM, I have put it on the Jumbotron. It is there. She lied. As for every other thing that you said, I have heard them. And I told you, like I said before, I've heard most of the arguments. My points stand, everything I said. So just everything you said, minus the one for the question that you asked for where to put it, and the one where you misquoted me, those are the only things I have response to. Otherwise, I've heard all these things before, and I came and made my submission. I don't know why you people think you can change people's opinions so easily. Anyways, that's it.
Okay, I'm not changing your opinion. I want to ask you a question. What is the meaning of a kiniko, please?
One thing. I don't know how to explain now. I beg.
So you see how I'm placing you on the trial. You make statements that you can't explain. So your commission is still able to explain.
You say whatever you want. Can you imagine? So that's your argument. That's your argument. Kinika is your argument. Wonderful.
I'm joking. I'm just pulling your legs. Let's go ahead. Thank you. I'm just pulling your leg. Let's go ahead. Thank you. Brother, you can go ahead, please.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I have thank you, everyone. We have come to the end of the program. As I said earlier, and I still maintain my position, my political leanings, friends, and associates cannot change my position. I am joining my voice with a lot of other Nigerians to demand for fair hearing and investigation. Natasha's voice cannot be shut down. Regardless if she like, let her have 10, 20 children for 20 different men. It does not in any way interfere in present allegation going on. So if you believe that, make you hear it today. Ashawo for the street can be sexually harassed. She can equally be raped. That someone is Ashawo does not is not an immunity from having her through human rights. That you can treat her whichever way you want because she's doing offshore business. If you go against the AC or against her consent, it becomes sexual harassment. Ashawo can be, sexually harassed. So nobody is immune. If she has accused other men in the past without any outcome, this is the time we are begging them to use this particular opportunity to close her mouth forever through a logical outcome or conclusion of the investigation so that she will not, since she's now a serial accuser, at least let this one be her last bus stop. There is no way you will stop her from accusing other men if you don't run an open investigation without bias, independent investigation. However, the conduct of our Senate It's so unfortunate with what they demonstrated today. They have shown that they are not ready to make a law that will protect both men and women, and Natasha must not be heard. They have made it by their conduct. They have failed Nigerians and other people looking up to them. No, this is not about Natasha. This is not about Akpabio, even though two of them are the subject matter. It is about every man out there and every women out there. So all the women out there,
I heard what you said in terms of protecting, which is why we're calling for a law. Which is why we're calling for a law. Then we may be able now to identify these randy men out there. These randy men out there. Nigeria must be a country. Nigeria must be a nation where people are, where people, when you call this place your home, you will know this is your home. You will not be walking on eggshell, right? While men and women are running away from Boko Haram, IPOB, any form of armed robbers, kidnappers in Nigeria, our women should equally start running from their place of work because of these predators. No, it doesn't matter what her status of the past is. The point here is this. The entire people of Kogi, this central, seems to have been silenced because their representative is not giving her bekus out to the men in power. That is what it means. The lecturers are getting away with their own sexual abuse in the university. So please, if you have conscience, deal with this deal with this matter on an individual basis. Don't bring rain or don't bring anything. Start pushing. Let us all push and demand for thorough investigation. Then we can now work on that particular bill. We can now all work together and demand for a bill or a law that will balance the issue. Ade, I just see you. Are you ready now to talk? So before we close, Ade, I've just sent you the mic. So you said you have something different to say. So my brothers and sisters, we need a better Nigeria, and nobody is going to come to Nigeria to do it for us, but us.
Initially, I didn't want to talk about Senate or.
yes, you said you
I
don't
was
know.
listening to you.
Yes, I got to.
Yes, I was listening to you. I was listening to you almost throughout. I was at work listening to you, so I couldn't talk. Whenever I want to talk, I'll come outside to come and try to talk to you. That's how I operate. Number one. Number two, I didn't even want to talk about what happened between Natasha and whoever. I just wanted to challenge Oyin when Oyin was saying that if the president doesn't perform, that he will not get votes in 2027. And I wanted to ask him that which president was voted performance has been voted based on performance in Nigeria. I just want him to provide me one president who has been, I'm not saying I should be performing or is performing, just provide me one president who has been voted based on performance in Nigeria. The way it is in Nigeria, it's not about whether you perform or not. It's about when election time comes, it's the politics. There's nothing about the performance is thrown away into the window. I mean, out of the window. That was I wanted to come and challenge during that time when he said Tinubu, if he doesn't perform, we will not come back into. I want to say, okay, tell me just one president that has been voted since 2020, since 1999 we started this election, that has been voted based on performance. None. When election, people do what they need to do and get into power. You know, so that was what I wanted. My submission was. It wasn't about Natasha or whoever. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I did think you. Sorry if I was there because then I was so mad with the way Nigerians are coming. That was why I lumped you into that because I would be shocked that people living in a functional society like Canada, United Kingdom, Europe, America, and all that should be the one advocating. Nobody's calling for the roasting of anybody or humiliation or victimizing of anybody, but to protect us. If we miss this opportunity, that is it. For what you said, you are spot on. They don't vote in Nigeria based on performance. If you like, go build Dubai. Nobody is voting for you. If you go build Dubai and this politics, nobody will vote for you. People will vote for even the person they have never met before than you when they build their everything, infrastructure and the rest of that. You know, that is the situation. Nobody is going to vote on performance. Example. That is what it is. Because the people who are going to contest against us, well, then you have to check what they did in the past. So where they performed their own miracle and their wonder with which they come. So it's not about politics, like you said. Yes, there's going to be politics. It's not about performance, but that doesn't mean that actually it's not performing. Yeah, even if Aswaju like let him build Dubai, he is still going to be called out when the election period comes. Should he fail to play his politics? So that is it. So my brothers, no, thank you so much for your time. Flag boy, thank you. Keep the flag flying. Keep the flag flying. Big engineer, Amonida, thank you. And then you will catch up with all you the next yes. Yusuf, you don't sleep. Thank you, everyone. May God bless us all. Abiodun, I didn't see you on the mic today. You disappeared. Where is the Benue girl? Benue girl, you're welcome. You've never asked for mic. Next time I am going to come and drag you and give you mic. Yeah, Chidema, everybody matters. Thank you all, everybody. Thank you all, everyone. So we'll catch up next time.